Top five.
Yeah, girl, you ready to do this? You ready to count this thing down? We're doing the top five, her. Yeah, let's set it off with 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Ranked Top 5 Lists of Stuff That Don't Matter. I'm your host, Tung La, and it's time for summer, everyone. Oh boy, it is hot outside. We're thirsty in the pod cavern today, and this is a very special episode. I say that to every episode, but this is a very special episode
Truly.
because it ends a trilogy of episodes that we started. We didn't even know it was going to be a trilogy. It might be a Toy Story 4 situation where we end up being like, wait, we have one more idea. But to me, this is the end of Andy's journey in Toy Story 3. This metaphor is falling apart.
Yeah.
Anyways, I like to quickly introduce my guest today because we have a lot to do. Mm-hmm. So this is a big month for the Disney Dummies Pixar pals. Samantha Leggatt, Bradley Sales, Laura Gordon, and myself. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Now, are you all ready for today's episode? That episode being the sequel to Halloween cocktails, the sequel to Christmas cocktails, which we're now bringing today, summer cocktails?
Summer
Summer cocktails.
We made it.
Yeah, this is a long time coming. Well, less than a year, but as soon as we did Halloween cocktails and Christmas cocktails, we're like, well, summer cocktails make sense. But you know what's interesting about this episode? I was thinking about this. Is that like Halloween cocktails and Christmas cocktails, there's room for some really wacky on-theme stuff. Like you can make a whatever the fuck and be like, and Santa Claus. Just throw like I don't know, candy cane in there and like, that's a Christmas cocktail. Summer cocktails, you're not going under like a specific like theme like that. It's just summer. And that opens the doors to a lot of drinks.
Yes, a lot, but also similar. Like, no, not similar, but like a small amount, but also such a broad amount.
Yeah.
I
mean, there's
like,
going to be...
even go with it.
I know.
Yes. The sandbox is very big.
Yeah, and like I feel like a lot of summer cocktails, and we might be going to ground rules right now, or we're just talking about it, which is like, to me, summer cocktails are very sugary and fruity, but it doesn't have to be.
No.
Definitely doesn't have to be.
Like, is there something in the ground rules that we'd be like, that's not a summer cocktail? Anything like that?
Eggnog. As much as I love it, I'm on record. But that is not a summer cocktail.
That's right.
I feel like this one scares me because I do think that this one I had to prep like 5 backups for. Like, I feel like the other ones I'm like, yeah, I have a backup or two if I really need it. But this one I was like, I'm probably going to be dipping into my backups.
Yeah. Who's going to be doing the ghost and ghoul shots as well?
Yeah.
Or the Grinch?
I currently prepped 20 different cocktails I can make because I don't know what I want to make. And it's all going to be dependent on what other people make.
Yeah.
Interesting, Brad.
Yes.
This is
interesting.
I'm curious to the table as well. I feel like on the Halloween cocktails episode and the Christmas one, for me, personally, I didn't vet a lot of these cocktails in advance. I just wanted to make anything I found that was like, that could be good on the podcast. So, I don't know, roll of the dice tonight, just like every other episode. How about you guys? Did you try them out in advance or?
Kind of. I feel
tried
like
a few.
I just know them.
Yes.
That's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
So they're different in that way because a lot of the Halloween and Christmas ones, you don't. The basic ones.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
I feel
Baileys
like-
I don't think I knew any of my Halloween ones.
Halloween is one where like you can get such weird ones and it works. Christmas, I went in with like almost exactly knowing what drinks I wanted. I feel like I felt the strongest about my Christmas pitches. Halloween, I was like, whatever. And then this one, I feel strongly about them, but there's also just so many that I'm like, I'm good with wherever we end up. That's why I prepped so many, because I was like, I'll just see what I'm feeling in the moment.
Yeah.
And just like every cocktails episode so far, we've spent a ludicrous amount of money for the cast, for you people at home. So I hope you enjoy our ASMR. We will be posting these cocktail recipes on podcavern.com. I'll say it throughout the night while we're all still sober. Things might might get messy as the episode goes on. Who knows? But I think we should just get right into the episode because everyone here is very thirsty. It's a very hot day outside. I think it's time.
Yeah.
It's time.
Yes.
All right. Well,
It is time.
it is
Oh,
time.
did we do ground? Oh yeah, ground rules. So were we gonna say like, could you pitch the same drink as somebody
good
else?
question.
Yeah, that's never really happened on Ranked before. But if it does, because with the cocktails episode, like we're not people at home, we're not freaking rich here, okay? Like I have a few cocktails on deck, but if they're all taken, then we just might renominate one, and it might be a lock for later.
I'm thinking more so like if Sam makes a rum and eggnog, and I'm like, this rum and eggnog. First of all, rum and eggnog, favorite drink, but Sam's trash. I need to nominate mine. Like, could that come up?
I think we shouldn't do that if we can avoid it. Because, like, obviously, I think that even came up in the Christmas one, maybe, where it's like, they're different. Like, the mulled wine. It's like, Laura's mulled wine was better than my mulled wine. And it's like, we didn't both nominate it, though.
Yeah.
We were just like, mulled wine is the nomination.
Yeah, because
And,
people could make that same drink a little bit different.
Yeah.
Here's a reflection on our holiday beverage podcast: is that I have no memory of us both nominating.
Well, we both made it.
Yeah, you
I
both
don't
made it,
remember
yeah.
who actually. I think you might have actually got the nom for it,
Yeah.
but I had a batch made in the basement.
I remember that.
I do remember you running downstairs and like stirring.
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting thirsty, everyone,
Yeah.
so I think we
Okay,
should just get started. Just like every episode of Ranked, we're going to go around 3 times, nominating 3 nominations each, making a master list of 12, and whittling that down to a top 5 summer cocktails list. I'll go first. For my first nomination, I should say for the people at home, we are obviously doing this in person live. We are going to make 2 drinks per couple here. Otherwise, we'll get a little too crazy. I'm sure we're going to have a lot of leftovers. And without further ado, my first nomination, if you listen to the Halloween cocktails episode and the Christmas cocktails episode, I think you know this is coming. I wanted to make a little punchy punch here. Or something in a punch pitcher, if you will. It's not exactly a punch. It's actually a sangria. Ooh. Open your eyes. Ooh. Now, Sam's giving me a face, and I knew this was going to happen.
God damn it.
Hey, we can have multiple sangrias.
No.
We can
I'm curious as to...
We could have sangria and samgria.
Samgria.
Oh.
Could be different.
It could be. I'll tell you, this is the summertime rosé tequila sangria.
Oh, shit.
That's what it is.
Oh, this is a rosé sangria.
Yeah, that
is
is different.
It is different. I mean, you already spoiled your next nom. So.
I might not do it now.
Yeah. I have a lot of stuff in here, but feel free to start pouring it into these glasses. I'm sorry, there's watermelon seeds are a little rogue in here, so that's my bad.
Basil
I'm
in the
gonna dock points for that
sangria.
right there.
Yeah, that was my last minute addition, like trying to get the watermelon in. You will top it off with the sparkling water here.
Okay.
Oh.
Yes. All right, I'll talk about this while everyone's pouring their drink. This summertime rosé tequila sangria is a bottle of rosé, silver tequila. We have fresh lime juice.
Listeners, I don't know if you caught that sound, but a bottle of sparkling water just exploded all over our dear Samantha.
Yeah, all over herself.
Sticky.
No, it's sparkling water.
It's sparkling water.
It's
There's
not
no,
soda.
yeah, you're fine. That's hilarious.
Of all of the sparkling water-based beverages, water was probably the best option. Oh, Sammy.
Oh, Sam. I mean, that's on you, but I do feel bad.
How is that on me?
I think that's on you for shaking it.
I didn't shake it.
Sabotaging us all.
Anyways, let me explain to the audience. We have rosé, we have silver tequila, we have lime juice, we have agave nectar, we have fresh strawberries, sliced peaches, blueberries, we have watermelon, which is why there's watermelon seeds. Like, I didn't do a good job. And some limes.
Could you say the ingredient that started with P again?
Peaches?
Peaches.
And yes, we'll top it off with sparkling water.
Nice. Well, this looks great.
Yeah,
I like the explosion edition. To
Yeah,
this
it really got
sangria.
everyone excited.
I've never experienced that.
Yeah, I mean, You just need a Samantha Leggatt and pass her a shaken bottle of sparkling water. Go ahead and drink the drink, and hopefully you like it. We have basil as a garnish. And yeah, there's just a ton of fruit in here, so we'll see how it turns out. I've never had this sangria.
It's quite, I don't know if I've had sangria with watermelon in it. I think
It is a lot of
I think
watermelon.
it needs a stir, actually.
I think rosé with watermelon gives it a very distinct.
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't had this exact kind of sangria flavor wise.
You know, it's interesting because it said that it's either watermelon or cherries. And I think those are completely different things.
Yeah.
Those are very
but I
different.
could
Yeah.
see, to be fair, I could see both of those pairing well with rosé.
Yeah,
so
of course.
I
Yeah.
think, this is
Cherries are just a little bit more expensive, everyone. And they wanted pitted cherries.
Oh.
Come on, that's
has time?
I don't have
Oh,
time for
wow.
that. I don't have time for that. So I bought a quarter of a watermelon, and yeah,
You got it done. It's a nice light start, I would say. Sangria, Brad's choking on it. Sangria can be like pretty heavy when it's a red, even if it's chilled and it's got all those like fresh fruit flavors. It can still like feel like a lot sometimes. And this one doesn't feel like a lot. It's
has
very
a-
light. I think I could drink a ton of this.
this has a cup
yeah.
of tequila in this picture.
And I'll
here.
tell you what,
It's-
it's well hidden.
It's very, and I do think you can obviously have boozy summer drinks, but I do think often summer drinks, their booze is hidden because you're like out in the sun and you're just crushing drinks.
Yeah.
So you just don't even
They're
notice
dangerous.
it. Yeah.
Don't you?
I like a sangria because like this feels like a poolside drink where you
Yeah.
get this, you get the barbecue started during the
Yeah.
daytime. Whip out the sangria. We're off to a good start.
I could see us like drinking these in the pool while we're night swimming later if we wanted to.
I definitely associate sangrias with like patios for sure, though. I feel like that's
Yeah.
the only time I have them. Specifically, there's one on Granville Island in BC that I feel like whenever I go to this patio right on the river, we always just get a big thing of sangria and crush it.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
getting a pitcher of beer.
Yeah.
In the summer, you get a pitcher of sangria.
Yeah.
It's a good shareable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it feels healthy because you got fruit.
There's a ton of fruit
It's
in
my
here.
preferred method of intaking fruit.
Yeah.
Last thing I'll say is that I was trying to have the recipe because usually we make too much from these cocktails episode. But then I just had like half a bottle of rosé just sitting there, and I was just like, well, that's just silly. Let's just finish the whole bottle. Just finish the whole bottle. What are we gonna do with that later? That's my first nomination.
Nice.
Yummy. I'd like some
Delicious.
more.
Sam?
Great nom tar.
Hey, you could do the same. Rosé's different, but let's go to
true.
yours.
Okay.
So, Sam, what do you got?
Your eyes are closed.
Yep.
This is a drink I only discovered a few summers ago, but they've really taken off. I don't get them often, but they're a special treat. I think when done well, they're very delicious, and they're like a new, for those that love like a little more bitter type cocktails, now you can get that in the summer too, which is exciting to me. I don't think I have much else to say about this one, but it was one that I thought of immediately and assumed would be brought up tonight. So open your eyes.
Looks good.
Looks so good.
So it's an Aperol Spritz, everybody. So the thing is I did not like practice making this. I don't think I've ever made this at my house, but I've like got them at restaurants and like at bachelorette parties. My friend made a ton and they were always so good. I feel like mine isn't as good as the ones I've had. But I feel like ingredients could be key. Like the champagne I used was like, you know, whatever. The ingredients are just like Aperol, champagne, and soda water, and then garnished with oranges. I did feel like I was a little heavy on the soda, so this might be a more refreshing version of it. I'd be curious to play around with other recipes, but for the most part, they're usually like 1 part Aperol, 2 part champagne, top it with soda. So pretty basic, but I think has become a classic.
Ooh, that's refreshing. I don't think
Right?
I've ever had an Aperol Spritz.
Oh, this
Yeah,
was our
this is
drink
my
of choice
first
on our
one.
honeymoon.
Yeah. It does taste different than the one Laura makes this a lot too. Or I guess
I'm
there was a
wondering
period
if
of
it's
time
like
where you did.
I made it a little weak, but you know, I
Is
don't
it
know.
stirred?
No.
There's a little stir stick over there.
want the juice stirred?
Let's give it a stir.
All right, everybody.
Just to see if that
Give
changes
me
the
more
taste.
Can you
Aperol.
pick up the orange?
Teamwork. You're right down on the bottom
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Oh yeah, you can
Okay,
already
there
see
we
the
go.
color.
There we
Okay,
go.
this seems more adequate.
This
Stir,
table is going
stir.
to be so sticky.
We do a lot for the
Clinky,
cast.
clinky, everybody.
What do you
Oh
think?
yeah, that changes the taste.
Let's see.
yummy.
Round two.
Yummy, yum, yum.
Oh yeah, that's
There it is.
what I
There
had
it
in
is.
mind. Yeah,
There
there
it
it
is.
is. Okay, thank you, Laura, for saving my nom.
Who would have thought the trick of stirring could have done
I
the
don't
trick?
Sometimes
know.
all you need is a little spoon.
No,
and
it's-
sometimes all you need is a big spoon.
Yeah,
I like the
yeah,
Aperol.
That's what I.
Oh, Brad's first Aperol spritz.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Very popular drink in the UK. Right?
Yeah, I'm a big Negroni fan. I like my Campari these days, so I feel like this is right up my alley for that kind of thing.
I feel like these were huge in Europe and then became huge in North America.
That's what I mean. I feel like it's only
Yeah.
in the recent, last 5 years
Yeah.
where I really started hearing about them. And now it's like you go to the LCBO and they're like pre-made ones and this and that. And they're just all over the place. And I was seeing recipes online for Aperol split slushy versions.
Yep.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I'd be
And
into
stuff.
that.
So anyways, I was
I
just
like it. I like the bitterness. I feel
Yeah.
like you don't get a ton of bitter summer cocktails.
true. We're going to be probably
necessarily.
doing a lot of fruity stuff tonight.
Yeah.
So this is a different...
Agreed.
Flavor.
Sam, do you want to describe the presentation for the audience at home?
Yeah.
Paint a word picture.
So I used my most favorite wine glass. It's a very delicate, light, kind of brittly glass, but it's the kind that's not perfectly circular. It's like diamond shape at the base. Comes into a smaller circle at the top. Filled that with ice. Put half an orange slice in amongst the ice. And that's when all the booze ingredients went on. And then I garnished it with the other half of the orange wheel.
And
So it's a very orangey, pretty, delicate. I think,
It's
you know
very
what? I
beautiful.
think another reason these got big is they're just so Instagram worthy.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
look
yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
look
Yeah.
nice.
Is it just Aperol and sparkling?
And soda water.
And soda,
water,
yeah.
of course. Right.
But yeah, so easy to do.
Yeah, and prosecco, right?
Yeah, that's the yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sparkling,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, the sparkling one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's such a nice orange.
Yeah.
So light.
It is
and-
very
It
Grammable,
looks
you're right.
summery.
Yeah.
It looks fun.
Yes.
And it is fun. And we're going to drink more of it in the second half. So
now.
let's go to Brad's nomination.
Oh, shit.
Bradley, what do you got?
So, when at the very beginning we were talking about what is summer, and we're like fruity things, fizzy things. When I think of summer, I think of tropical things. And specifically tiki style things. And so today I have made one of my favorite cocktails for all of you. You can open your eyes. It's the Mai Tai.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
My time.
And if you bear with me,
Yeah.
there's a little
There's a little presentation to it.
Oh
presentation
my
to it.
god.
Do we need to take a picture and a video for this?
These glasses are very
You
full,
take
Brad.
a video.
Oh my
I'll
god.
take
Oh
a
my
video.
god.
Oh my God.
Does it glow in the dark? Oh no, you have a match. I
Gosh.
see.
All right, I got it.
Your recording tongue?
Yeah, Brad's lighting a match.
Oh.
Oh.
We've got fire, folks. We've got
Brad
fire.
has created fire.
Can we
cocktails.
explain what's happening, Laura?
Yes. So before us sits a lovely whiskey glass. Is that what you call it? A whiskey glass? One of those shorter glasses. Filled with sort of like a creamy looking blue liquid. Bright, lovely shade of blue, perhaps curacao. Some crushed ice. And then we have an inverted lime. So half a lime inside out, with some liquor sitting inside of it, and also a fancy cherry maraschino cherry sitting inside of it, and the alcohol around the cherry is currently on fire. There's also a couple of sprigs of mint in the glass. I give this a 10 out of 10 for presentation, Brad. I
Brad
gotta
wins.
say.
And is it one of the situations where you flip it, or what's?
So basically, I mean, I guess you can blow out the flame at
Not
any
yet.
point. I don't want to melt the straw, but yes, this is a Mai Tai. It is blue because I couldn't find non-blue curacao. But before you have some rum, Jamaican rum specifically, with a white rum, and then some blue curacao, and then some lime juice, some orgeat. I think. Yeah, blow that out, maybe. I think you said orgeat. It's like an almond syrup of sorts.
Tuba.
And then on top of it, not in the lime or anything, but on top, I floated some other dark rum. The what's it called? Your anaho or anajo?
And
And Yeho?
Yes,
Isn't
rum.
that
RHUM. Oh. It looked good, so I floated it.
Yeho.
And then on top, yes, I've got a bunch of mint, and then an inverted lime with a cocktail cherry and 151 rum inside that inverted lime that you can light on fire. And so if you want to like turn up the alcohol, which for Laura, I don't know.
Yeah,
but
who
you
knows?
just, much like the El Diablo, you can just tip that lime. It's very full, unfortunately. These glasses were a lot smaller than I anticipated. But yeah, you like tip it in and it gets very boozy.
I'm afraid I'm going to spill it.
I've been making a lot of Mai Tais, specifically this summer. The main thing that was like hard to do was the orgeat, I think is how you say it, but I'm probably wrong. But anyway, that's like the main hard thing because you have to make or find like almond syrup. But once I made it, like all the other ingredients are pretty readily available.
Yeah.
And it's very tasty. So yeah, feel free to...
Did you end up making it or finding it?
I made it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All
so
right.
feel free to give it a try.
I don't know if I've ever seen a blue Mai Tai before.
Yeah, no. Again, if I'd gone to Quebec, I could have gotten some like clear...
I think I like the blue because okay, when we were in Dominican, I feel like one of our last drinks at the airport was Mai Tais.
It was.
And
Yeah.
I don't think I really liked it. I remember being like, maybe I don't care
okay.
for Mai Tais. And I was like, maybe I just don't really like them. And then Brad was like, I'm going to make Mai Tais. And he, like he said, he's been making them at home a lot
Whoa.
recently. And these
That's
are so
boozy.
much better.
That is a boozy.
Good though, or boozy?
Oh, of course. Right.
I think that's enough to get me drunk, Brad.
Here we are.
Laura hasn't even made a drink yet, and she's already
Why
talking
am
about
I
it.
going last?
Yeah, that'll
You wanted
You wanted to.
that'll tip you over the edge right there.
That is a strong drink, but also very delicious, and presentation on point, as always.
A little fire tiki
Is
for
there?
you.
So I described it as creamy looking, but there's no like milk or any. Is there coconut milk in there?
No,
Okay.
it's probably like the crushed
It's
ice
just the
from
cloudiness
shaking.
from the ice
yeah.
and the glass maybe
It's
a little
like
bit.
crushed ice in there. That's what I was banging with my meat mallet, crushing up some ice in the
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
wait, is this a metaphor, Brad, or what? Is it banging someone with your meat mallet? Oh my gosh. This is a family-friendly
Not that
podcast.
kind of show.
Well, Mai Tai, that is, that was really good, and I'm feeling good now.
Oh, yeah.
Laura, it's your nomination, your very first one. Let's see what you have.
Okay. Don't open your eyes until I say so.
Yes, ma'am.
So you may remember in previous podcasts, I have brought forward such nominations as spiced cranberry margarita and Halloween surprise margarita. And for this episode, I thought about how much I love a margarita
What?
and how that delicious limey flavor mixed with that sweetness, that hint of orange and that tequila makes me so happy that I knew that I would have to nominate the margarita. But wait, the margarita is a year-round drink, not a summer drink. So what could I possibly do? Well, today I've nominated a summery margarita. Ladies and gentlemen, the spicy pineapple margarita. You may open your eyes.
Whoa.
Oh.
This is crazy because I thought I would have said, yeah, margaritas are summer drinks.
Me too. I would have said
Right,
default.
You can
year-round
drink all drinks all year.
Yes, you can. Yes, you
Well, this
can.
looks
This
very
amazing.
good.
Cool.
Nice presentation.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
I've never made these before, so I don't know if it tastes any good.
Laura,
I forgot to taste it. in the
Talk
kitchen.
about it for the audience at
Yeah,
home.
so we're looking at a pineapple juice, lime juice, Cointreau, and tequila margarita. And as a garnish, I have a slice of jalapeno. And on the rim of the glass, I have a chili lime seasoning mixed with some sugar and a wee bit of salt, sea salt.
Cool. And what kind of glass is it in?
It's in a cocktail coupe from IKEA.
Very good.
That I want.
It looks
Yeah,
great.
they still have them. They're
I'm-
like 4 for $8. What a steal.
May I get in there?
You may get in there.
All right, I'm getting in there.
I should have probably got in there. I meant to try it
Ooh, this is a
and
heavy
see if I
glass,
needed
too.
to add any more. I put in just a little bit of simple syrup.
I could smell the
The
pepper.
jalapeno
Whoa.
whoa.
does look very tasty.
Very pineapple-y.
I'll let you touch it.
Man.
It's too much pineapple. It's too much pineapple. I regret everything.
I like it. I like pineapples. To me is very summery, so this isn't.
It is summery.
What would you change, Laura?
I probably would have done a regular margarita.
I had a mezcal margarita on my potentials.
Oh,
Could
interesting.
be good, yeah.
A little bit smoky, that
Yeah,
mezcal.
a little smoky.
So is your nomination the pineapple margarita,
Yes,
Laura?
that's
Okay.
what I made.
a spicy pineapple margarita. I like the addition of the jalapeno.
Yes.
is fun.
Is it? So did you like shake it with jalapeno?
Yes.
Oh, nice. I
Yeah.
can
So you
pick
can
up some of
taste
the
it
spice.
a little bit
Yeah.
in the
back.
it's not too spicy.
Oh, that's
This is the one
tasty.
that. So I put tagine or tajin, I don't know how you pronounce it, on the shopping list, and I didn't realize there's sauce as well as like the salt. And tongue bless him.
Lauren
Did not receive specific instructions
No.
from me, and he got the sauce, which is so great of him to have tracked that down for me. And then I found
I went to
out that
two
I had
stores,
to ask
ladies
for
and
the
gentlemen.
sauce.
Two stores for this. I was like, "Do you have this?" And like, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I probably just put a little bit more lime in there.
Did you put any of that sauce in there?
No sauce. I tasted the sauce. Boy, it's got some kick.
Brad, Sam, what do you think of this drink?
It is very pineapple-y.
It's good.
It's very
I do like
pineapple-y.
it. What's on the rim? I missed what you. on there.
It's the Trader Joe's chili lime seasoning with salt and
nice.
sugar.
I like it. I like that you try to do something a little different.
Yeah.
Than generic margarita.
Let this be a lesson.
Yeah.
I mean,
Never step outside the box.
I like a regular margarita. Don't get me wrong, it's great. But like, we're on a special episode of Ranked, end of the trilogy. We want to swing for the fences, and I
Right.
appreciate the swing. So.
I think that's what's just great about a margarita in general is that you can do so many variations with a margarita. It's really just flavor of the day, whatever you're feeling in the moment.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
The best margarita I ever had was a spicy pineapple margarita, and I feel like I've been chasing it ever since.
one?
Not this one.
Okay.
Like
the best margarita is the one
a
that's in front of
poolside
you.
bar situation, so that might have been an influence. But I'm just trying to find that. It's like catching magic, though. Not there yet.
I like it, Laura. Don't worry. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I'll have another sip.
Yeah. All right, we're going to round 2. Holy shit. Sam, I will try not to steal your nomination. I am trying to avoid crossing over with Sam's pick here. I don't think she has this, but I've noticed, life can be really hard sometimes, and we could be hurting inside and out. Not the Pixar movie. It's not a Pixar drink. But, sometimes in life you need like a drug to help you through that. And
Oh
sometimes...
my god, are we getting Bloody Mary transfusions?
Well, that would be really good. I didn't think about that. But no, we sometimes we need a painkiller to get things back, on track. So my nomination is painkillers. Open your eyes.
What?
Oh, shit.
What is this?
Oh, yeah.
Painkillers. I just said it twice.
Nice.
Is it like a pina colada?
Well, let me tell you what it is. First
Save
of all, the pineapple garnish was supposed to be a full wedge, and I did not want to buy a full pineapple. I drew the line in weird ways for this podcast, so I just bought the store-bought ones that they chop it up and put it on toothpicks. So this is dark rum, pineapple juice, orange juice, cream of coconut, grated nutmeg, and a pineapple for a garnish. So that is your painkiller.
Oh,
here.
I can have a taste, can't I?
Yeah, do it up. I've not actually had this before, so
Ooh.
what do you
It's
think?
like a grown-up pina colada.
It's also very pineapple-y.
Yeah, I don't taste
It's
the coconut,
juicy.
but I feel the coconut. It is very juicy.
Pineapple and orange juice.
Pineapple. Yeah. It is very juicy.
And the cream
Oh.
of coconut.
And then there's the nutmeg at the end.
Ooh. Yeah.
Oh, this
Yeah.
feels like
It's
a drink
killing
that
my pain.
This is feels like we just went to Dominican back in November or
Yeah.
December, so that's months ago on this podcast. But this feels like a drink that we would have grabbed 4 of. Be like,
yeah.
grab 4 painkillers and bring it back
does,
to the
yeah,
beach.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm kind of. I like it.
I almost drank half of this.
I think you could easily justify drinking these for breakfast.
Yeah.
This is very much like a
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
like
Wake
morning,
up, have
morning
a morning
after.
painkiller. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, to
And
kill the
so
pain of your hangover.
What booze did you say was in this again?
So we have 2, well, since I doubled it, so it's 4 ounces of dark rum as the booze.
Okay.
And the rest is the pineapple orange juice and the cream of coconut, which is, I've never worked with cream of coconut before.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it would just, you could just pour
Oh,
it
no,
in.
it's kind of gritty.
It's
huh?
like
Yeah.
gelatin.
Yeah. My favorite part of cream of coconut is that you use like a little bit out of a can, and then you've got a can in your fridge for like a month until
Yeah.
it goes moldy, and then you
And then
throw
you
it out.
decide.
But then you need another one right after that.
Yeah.
So you go buy a new one.
So enjoy your new can of cream of coconut, guys.
That's for you, Brad.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
It's
I like
yummy.
painkillers.
I've never had a painkiller.
Very tasty.
All of my drinks tonight are mostly things I've not tasted or I've drank plenty of sangrias, but never a rosé one really. But I've never had a painkiller, but someone from work sweared by them, and I'm like, I'll make it.
Yeah. It's interesting that it's so pineapple forward, but Laura's was also pineapple forward, but very different
Yeah, very different drinks.
pineapples,
Yeah.
like flavorings. I would say yours tasted more like actual pineapple.
Yeah,
like,
'cause
like
The
Or the
orange
orange juice
juice
too.
really
yeah, whereas
adds,
the orange
yeah.
juice and the cream really like balances the
Yeah.
taste, I think.
I like it.
It's
Yeah,
good.
I'm
like
into
it.
it. I could drink.
Yeah.
I could easily drink that whole thing right now.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
We need to get this away from me.
Yeah. Well, Sam, now's your time to shine with your next nomination.
So, no surprise to the people around the table here. Am following suit a bit. It's funny because I went over to prep after Tongue had left the station in disarray. And he said, I left this cream of coconut out. You won't need it. Throw it in the fridge. It was the first thing I used.
Oh. Wait, did you have cream of coconut
I
already?
did.
You
and-
bought some?
Yes. I pretty much bought, yeah.
There's
And
your next
I
fan,
also
Brad.
used your pineapple juice following
Good.
on the pineapple train.
Nice.
Great.
But I would say this drink, as much as it has a lot of similarities to yours and following pineapple from Laura's, this is its own thing. This is a staple for me for poolside.
Come on.
It is like a treat. It's more than just a cocktail. It's a dessert. It's just a fun time. You get these in Dominican. You get these by the pool. Open your eyes.
Yeah.
Oh,
We've got
gosh.
a
Samantha.
pina colada.
This is stunning.
Love it.
Pina
Brad's
coladas.
friend made us.
Whoa, Laura.
Laura has
take a
stolen the
picture
drink
of
off the table immediately.
Yeah, you can drink it. Go ahead.
Brad's friend made us pina coladas the other night in his backyard, and I was like, this is one of the best pina coladas I've ever had. So I made him send me his recipe because it was so good. And yeah, I think I'll be using this one a lot in the future. Super easy, super basic, and friggin' delicious.
Tell us more. Tell us everything. How did you make it? What does it look like?
Okay, so it's 3 ounces of the cream of coconut stuff, 3 ounces of white rum, 3 ounces of pineapple juice,
Good.
2 ounces of the añejo rum,
Añejo.
Añejo rum,
Añejo?
then a bunch of ice. Oh, and key to making it creamy, there's frozen pineapple chunks blended in with it as well.
Oh,
not
did you
just-
buy
is there
frozen
ice?
pineapple?
Yeah. I did.
We really should have talked about what
Did
we
you
were
buy frozen pineapple?
No, but I could have used it instead of buying
Yeah.
regular pineapple.
Yeah.
Is there ice, Sam, or just the
There
frozen?
is ice,
Okay, a little
but
bit of
probably
this,
a bit
little
less
that.
of it because of the frozen pineapple, but that adds
Yeah.
the creaminess.
This is good.
I
Yeah.
feel like a
This
good
is great.
summer drink is when you can get brain freeze from it.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I could definitely get brain freeze from
You
that.
got a umbrella situation going
Oh, yeah.
on. Can you
Some-
tell us about the garnish a bit?
So I stole one of your pineapples just because it seemed to fit.
Yeah.
But originally, my plan was the umbrella. I've got cute little colorful umbrellas because this is a very fun, colorful,
You would expect an umbrella
yeah.
and a pina colada.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then also a while back, Brad and I had bought a pineapple, and Brad broke off all the fronds.
Yeah, the pineapple fronds.
and we
Like
froze
the
them all.
leaves off the top.
So
that's
Fronds?
so
They're called
smart.
fronds?
I think, right?
Because I wanted to put them in my pineapple margarita, but I didn't have any. But there were some in the freezer.
there was some in the freezer. Yeah,
should
yeah.
have communicated.
I know. This is what happens when we save
Yeah.
it for the cast.
Save it for the
Yeah.
cast. We end up spending way
Yeah.
more than
Yeah.
we need to.
Well, it looks very good, and it looks very refreshing. I would say. Lovely
It tastes-
white color.
Yeah.
I like the slushy aspect of it.
Yeah, and as I was drinking Tongues, knowing I was following it up with this, I was like, are these the same drink? But then I was like, no, they're not. They're different. And this one does have a little lighter, because I think the pineapple is a little more hidden. It is creamier.
It's a little more coconut forward.
Yeah, a little more coconut forward.
Cream of coconut forward.
Yes, which I'm glad we had some open and available.
Yeah.
It took me like 10 minutes to find that thing. We
Was it
should
the
have.
good, the
I
crack can?
Well, that's what I saw that you
Yeah.
brought it. And I was like, oh,
'Cause
that's even the
apparently
brand
that-
I need.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
The
brand specific.
apparently, like the
That's the
Loco or
brand?
something.
Oh.
What's it called?
Coco Loco.
That was the only one I
Lopez
could find.
Coco
so-
Lopez or something.
Something like that. Apparently, that's like the one you want for.
I was
pina
told
coladas.
like get
Coco-
this one.
Okay.
Coco Mario Lopez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be sure to put like the exact brand in the recipe. Yeah.
Yeah. Yummy.
Again, podcavern.com. You can check out all the pictures that Brad's been taking through the night and the exact recipe so you can make it at home. This was delicious, Sam. I
Delicious.
love a pina colada. Very refreshing.
I love getting hot in the rain.
It teleports me to poolside and beaches immediately when I have a pina colada.
Yeah, a lot of these drinks have been doing that, which has
Yeah.
been amazing. All right, we're going to go into the second nomination for Brad. Here we go.
Okay, so for my second nomination, it's actually a drink I've never had before.
Whoa.
Well, this exact version of it. I think this style of drink is very popular. And I found this one and it seemed very refreshing, very summery. You know how in the summer, often you can go and just like pick berries or grow berries? Have you ever wondered if you just like smash the shit out of those berries and then put some rum with it, what that would taste like? Well, go ahead and open your eyes, friends, for the rum strawberry basil smash.
Oh, shit.
Hey.
Yes.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Brad, walk us through this. Tell us everything.
So it's got half a lime that you put into like the shaker tin, cut up to make it easier to like muddle, with some strawberries and some Demerara simple syrup.
What's that?
So Demerara syrup is not quite brown syrup. It's got like more of a toffee flavor to it
Okay.
than brown. So I made simple syrup for that, and then you like muddle all of that. So you basically like, I use just like the end of a thing and like smash it up, and then put basil leaves in there after smashing, and some 2 ounces of rum, Jamaican rum. And you shake it up, pour it over a big block of ice through a strainer so you don't get like all the little bits. And then I put some basil sprigs and a strawberry on the side.
This looks so good.
Yeah. My hope is that it's very refreshing and summery.
Sam's having the first sip here.
I'll say it. Brad loves a smash.
I
feel like you made smashes for Halloween.
I have made, no, I didn't make one for Halloween, but I do like smashes because you can really make them with like any kind of berry. I've often done a blackberry smash. And yeah, what
What's
do you?
the alcohol in this?
Jamaican rum.
It's very good. I like when I go to take a sip, I get the smell from the basil. So it does like, that gives it an extra strawberry patch feel to it, adding
Yes.
that to it. And it's really nice.
It was between, I had three that I was debating between. There was this
Tastes like
one.
candy.
There was a gin
Ooh, yeah.
and thyme.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. It's like well, it's the wrong candy, but it's like immediately reminds me of like a Maynard's candy, like a cherry blaster, but it's not cherry. You know?
Yeah,
like, it's like
it's
that.
Like a
Very
strawberry
powerful.
blaster.
Like a
And
strawberry
very
blast.
berry forward.
I will say this is exactly what I was hoping would be. This is very
Yeah.
good.
It's
Oh,
very
yeah.
good.
it's good. And yeah, you mashed it you smashed it
Yeah.
really
You
good.
smashed it out of the park.
What did Brad say
Berries was
earlier in the
boss.
night with something with the meat mallet? Did you say
Yep,
so? Yeah.
yep, this is round two.
Yeah,
Second drink with the meat mallet.
Oh yeah, just
But yeah, so the
Brad
other
meat
ones,
mallet sales.
the other ones I was debating, which I think Sam would really like. There's a gin, blackberry, and thyme one, or sorry, gin, blueberry, and thyme, and then another one I was debating was bourbon, blackberry, and mint. But we'd already
Okay,
had a few mint
okay.
drinks, so yeah, I thought this would be.
I think the basil's a
It's good
nice
to-
new flavor.
Yeah, this would be like a nice mix up after all the pineapple.
Listen,
and stuff.
there was basil in the first drink. Okay,
wait.
There's a little bit of basil.
We
in
had
there.
a few mint drinks already.
There was mint in mine in the
Oh yes,
Like
there were
a-
mint
yeah.
sprigs. Okay,
with mint sprigs. Yes.
I thought.
So
I'd
now
missed
we're doing
something.
basil.
Yeah.
Good, it's good.
Mix it up.
It's
Yeah.
good to
Yep,
use
yep.
all that basil. There's a huge thing of
This is
basil.
literally
over
why I
there.
bought it. Was
Hey,
for this
listeners, you need basil, you call us
Yeah. Call us
for all your basil needs.
basil at podcavern.com. That was delicious.
Very good.
Really, really good. Wow.
smashes.
Definitely.
Love 'em.
Laura, what are you going to smash us with next?
Well, it's funny you bring up smashing.
Is that why you're muttering smash to yourself so you can have the perfect segue?
Yes. What else can you think of from our recent experiences that includes smashing?
Tennis.
Tennis.
Challengers, yeah.
Tennis. And when you think about tennis, do any tournaments come to mind?
Wimbledon.
Yeah, Wimbledon. And when you think about being at Wimbledon, what do you think about? You think about strawberries and cream. You
Think about tennis.
That you think about tennis. You think about obviously Roger Federer, Serena Williams.
I
the
think about
goats.
Zendaya.
Think about Zendaya. You think
yeah.
about maybe a beverage, maybe a cool beverage while you're taking that tennis match. And if you are a true tennis fan and a true fan of British culture, then you know that there's only one drink of choice when you're watching tennis from Wimbledon. And that drink is the Pimm's Cup. You may open your eyes.
Oh,
my
Pimm's
God.
Cup.
I'm so I saw you walk in with the Pims and I was like, yes.
Now-
Because I couldn't find any
Aperol
Pims.
Spritz and Pims
This
all in
Pim
one
is,
episode.
is
My
fresh
God.
from the UK.
I don't know what this is.
And it is a humble gin-based kind of syrupy liquor that's quite bitter in taste. And here it's mixed with... So the British recipe calls for lemonade, but lemonade in the UK is different from what it is here. We don't have an exact replica, so oftentimes people will use Sprite. But I did some research, and the internet told me to go with a bitter lemon drink. So I got some San Pellegrino Limonata. Thank you, Tongue. Tongue got it. And then I mixed it all up. And of course, we've got our accessories. We have a slice of orange, some strawberries, mint, cucumber, lots of flavors going on here. Oh no, is there something in your drink, Sam?
It's a fruit fly. It's okay.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm
Take it back.
Docking points.
protein. However, I had a taste of it, and it doesn't taste like it's supposed to, so it's fine.
Oh.
Here we are.
This is like a party in my. What does
There's a
this
lot
remind
going
me
on.
of? There's
Is everyone
so much
invited to
going
the
on.
party in your mouth?
There's a lot of the bitter lemon.
Well,
which
I'm
normally
getting
there
the
isn't.
lemonade-esque. You said lemonade? Something about lemonade?
the San Pellegrino like lemonade drink. Yeah, so it's
that's refreshing as fuck.
It is very refreshing
yeah.
on a
Yeah.
hot summer's day while you're outside under the basking
my
British
God.
I
sun
will say
or pouring rain.
it is good.
You
It does taste different than the Pims that
Yeah.
you have made in the past in the UK, but like, I mean, I drink that entire thing
It's
easy.
very unique, though. For
Yes.
some, I'm like, it looks like it would be like sangria-esque or punch-esque, but it's got such a distinct taste to
It
it.
does
think
look like it
it's,
because of all the strawberries and fruit.
Yeah,
in
and all
there.
the shit
and
in
cucumber,
it.
actually.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things like Aperol Spritz where it could just like it could become the big summer drink at any point, but we're not there yet.
In
we're not there.
Canada,
And
Yeah, yeah.
No, this is
I can
huge.
see that.
It's a
I can
classic
see
drink
that.
there.
This is like huge
Yeah.
in the UK. Can you tell?
Yeah.
Sorry, can you tell us what's? Did you already say what's in it and how to make
Yeah,
it?
yeah. So we've got strawberries, cucumber, mint leaves, and orange slice going on in there. And usually
And
people
Pims.
and Pims
Yes.
and the lemonade drink. So there's some lemon juice in there as well. Normally people would mix up like a really big batch of these in like a jug, not a blender. Don't blend them, and have it for like a garden party.
It
or
tastes
or-
healthy.
Yeah.
I know it's not. There's
Well,
sugar
it's
and
funny you
booze,
say that
but it
because
tastes healthy.
Pims itself was originally like a health drink, even though
Is it like a
it's not.
digestif or something?
Maybe. I don't know. I was just
'Cause it
reading
tastes-
online.
Yeah,
that it
there's
was-
something about it that I'm just
something
like,
healthy.
That's so
I
interesting.
do
Interesting.
like it.
Yeah,
I do like it a lot.
I do like it.
It's quite refreshing,
Oh my
not
goodness.
too sweet, and a little bit more lemon punch than we're used to. But we'll
So
allow it.
Brad right now is tasting like we've been putting all the other drinks per nomination back in
Yeah.
the fridge, pausing the recording, but not for Brad's last drink because Laura had her Pims
Yeah.
ready right away. So what are we thinking between the two? What have you deduced?
Well, the reason why I was going back and forth is because like they're kind of similar in how refreshing they are. So I was interested to see, and I think mine is more on the sour.
Yeah,
yours is
for sure.
candy.
It's more of like a sour cocktail, and yours is like I guess more on like the sangria side. If I was to like
Lemonade.
ballpark
Yeah.
it like lemonade. So it's
The
interesting.
cucumber's really
'cause they're-
coming through, though.
Yeah, they're kind of
Yes,
similar,
the
but
cucumber
like
is coming through.
very different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
quite different.
We used this in another podcast. I think it was the cheese one. Q come forward. was the
Oh my god!
Okay, that makes me not like it.
so if you or was it a chips episode? I don't remember. Q come forward if you ever wanna.
Why couldn't you say cucumber forward?
It's just fun to narrow
Is
it down.
it?
Yeah, come forward. That is the end of round 2. Oh my goodness, we still have another round of drinks to go.
Oh boy.
So my final nomination is a banger. I don't think anyone's gonna nominate it. So for my final drink tonight, we've gone through the entire spectrum of summer drinks. We have been missing something key. And for this group specifically, we have been missing that sense of nostalgia. A little bit, well, not that long ago. We've been talking a lot about our trip to the Dominican not that long ago. Back in November of last year, in 2023, there was a drink that was discovered there that blew our minds. some random person came up to us and, they're just telling us about this drink and we're all like, what the hell is that? And then we got said thing and we're like, that's amazing. This might be the drink. Like you'll go on vacation and there's like something that represents that vacation. I feel like this is one of those drinks on that vacation that really encapsulates this crew, the Disney Dummies Cross Pixar Pals repertoire. I don't know if it looks the way it's supposed to, but I'd like you to open your eyes to the Sammy Sosa. Now, everyone's laughing because it's not supposed to look exactly like this. I followed the instructions. Looks like a weird slush that combined weird.
I can see.
Were we
I
just
can see
drinking like
how
a lot and it always looked like this, but we think
it was layered.
I think it was supposed to be layered better. So let me tell you, people, like there's layers that are supposed to go on. But I thought it would layer better. Like right now, it's kind of swished into a weird, I don't know, like a slushy type of situation. And let me tell you what it is, and then we can drink it. So it is rum. I used white rum. We blended it with ice. We have pina colada mix. We have strawberry daiquiri mix and blue curacao. So I did use it.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, it is supposed to look more like those red, white, and blue slushies that you see like when you go to like a 7-Eleven type of situation. That is not what's happening here. I don't know what's happening. The colors are starting to mix in like a Coca-Cola kind of fashion. But anyways.
It looks like what happens when you mix slushy flavors at the 7-Eleven.
Yeah, so what happened was I did the pina colada mix in one thing, set it aside, made the strawberry daiquiri mix in another thing, set it aside, and then did the pina colada first, blue curacao, then the strawberry daiquiri. And I don't know, it didn't turn out the way I thought. So let's find out. All right.
Here we go.
I won't be offended if you don't like, but it was because I love you guys so much that I want to make it. So
it's delicious and it tastes just like it.
It does taste just like it. It
Does it?
It tastes like vacation.
maybe it is.
Yeah.
It's bringing. Oh,
That was the intent, the nostalgia.
Yeah. No, it.
What
it's
memory?
good.
Okay, it does taste like
Yeah.
it. It doesn't look like it, but it tastes like it.
I made the connection that it was
I
just
couldn't
those
have
three
told you
drinks.
before taking a sip what the Sammy Sosa actually was or how it tasted, but sipping it, I'm like, oh, yep, this is it.
Oh yeah, that's it.
That's vacation.
It's
baby.
also
That'll give
like
you a tummy ache.
it's also like brain freeze candy in a drink.
Yeah.
Very much
So
candy.
what was in it again? Pina colada mix, you said?
Yeah, you do a pina colada mix with white rum. You
Okay.
set that aside with ice, like you blend it with ice, and then you do the same thing with strawberry daiquiri, and then you just combine it all with blue curacao. But you're supposed to layer it, and it's supposed to have those distinct layers. And I don't know.
I think it's
how
because it's
that
not
happens.
as thick.
Maybe
These aren't
Maybe.
as thick as
I feel like
those
the blue
machines.
curacao also probably like threw off the color of it, like it mixed weirdly.
but that was
Oh, is
one
it
of the
supposed
key
to have blue?
ingredients.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But I also think in the
Did they have a blue slushy in the Dominican?
well, they might have, but also the slushies inherently didn't have or the booze. They were adding those after because it could be for kids.
Yeah,
so
they
it
put
might have been
rum they floated rum on top of it, and
Yeah.
then, you have
and
to,
then
like,
we would
mix
stir it in.
I wonder also, like, if I
that's the resort
over-blended
thing.
it, like, maybe it's supposed to be more, like, slushy-ish. Like, this already
thicker?
kind of is
Well,
turned into a
either
full
way,
liquid.
I'll tell you
it
what.
tastes
It
fantastic.
tastes just right.
Yeah,
I'm
don't
glad
judge
to
a
hear
book
it.
by its covers, you know?
Yeah.
Oh. So, Tung, when Sam mentioned Sammy Sosa in our group chat, and you said save it for the cast, had you already decided that you were going to nominate the Sammy Sosa?
No, but as soon as Sam said it, I knew. Because I'm like, Sam said it.
You got it.
Sammy said it. Sammy Sosa. We got to do it. All right.
It's a good one.
It's a good
Yeah,
choice.
it's very
It
tasty.
tastes really good. And now we have 2 full fucking bottles of pina colada mix and strawberry daiquiri mix. Hey, worth it, baby.
All right.
All right,
We're
Sam.
in the home stretch. I'm going to bring these downstairs, bring up some things I need, and make my drink.
Okay,
All right.
sounds great.
So, it was really hard to pick my final drink because I had a few options left. I had another one that I really did want to try tonight, which I'm not doing now.
Honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions. But I ultimately decided to go with this one because I feel like we've done I feel like summer is very rummy, so we've done like a lot of rum-based stuff. So I decided to switch it up and go for another really refreshing one. So back to my spritzy roots. This one has got a bit of a kick, a little bit of spice, but ultimately it's cold, and on a hot, hot day, this'll hit the spot. And like Brad had kind of mentioned earlier in the cast, summer drinks, you can't even tell the booze is there. Like this one, I think you just will drink it and be like, yeah, done, and not realize that you're a little drunk. So
I think Laura realizes right now.
Yeah.
if you want to open your eyes, I've done a Moscow Mule.
Excellent.
I was hoping someone
Yeah.
would do this.
Yeah.
'cause this was
That's ultimately why I did it. I was like, if nobody does it, then I'm going to be sad that it's not on here.
That would be a travesty. I'm very happy. Plus,
Yeah.
we brought the glasses. with
these
us.
are my glasses.
You have glasses too.
But
yeah.
I
thought
knew
you were gonna do it because you brought the glasses.
No, it was just like a just in case because Laura also makes a really good Moscow Mule. So,
Well, I don't usually make Moscow mules. I usually do a gin and gin.
oh,
Okay.
Gin
then
mule.
what the fuck do I know? then?
So yeah, and
Who
we
knows?
do, you know, often we'll drink Dark and Stormies. It's my preferred ginger beer drink, but that one doesn't ring summer as much as this one because of how light this one is. This one, I'm like, yeah, it is just so light.
What's the liquor?
Vodka.
Yeah.
So tell us, how do you make a Moscow?
So a Moscow Mule, preferably in the copper mug,
Obviously,
because it
yeah.
keeps the coldness in, which is what makes it so refreshing. It's also apparently like good for your digestion. The copper, something about it. I don't know. That's what that's what I
Isn't
read.
it nickel plated on the inside or whatever?
If it's like a real copper mug, I think there's something about it that's like I don't know.
do
so
love
this is
ginger beer.
healthy.
Yeah, real healthy. But anyways, just fill it with ice. It gets super cold super quick. Then you put some, I do half an ounce of fresh lime juice, then 2 ounces of vodka, and then top with ginger beer. And that's
Fuck yeah,
basically
so
it.
refreshing.
But the ginger beer is like also just like this nice, refreshing,
Ginger beer is
yeah.
like the I don't know, the secret sauce.
I love
Yeah.
the kick, like the
is.
ginger
Yeah.
beer, and the spicier the ginger beer, the better for sure.
Yeah.
Good stuff. My gosh.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
it.
I would say
That's
more,
it.
but we have these all the time. They're very, very good.
Yeah, I know.
Straightforward.
And
easy
this
to
is
throw
an easy
together.
one to have on hand and to
Yeah.
like impress guests. Be like, you want a Moscow Mule? Like all it takes is having some vodka and a few cans of ginger beer
It's
in the
true.
fridge.
You don't
That's
need
all
much.
you need.
Yeah.
Do not need much.
I mean, we have unopened vanilla vodka that I bought from the LCBO. We can crack that.
Vanilla with ginger? I don't know.
No.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe in a dessert, but not in a cocktail.
Yeah.
We also have like a giant mint plant in the backyard now, mostly for Moscow mules.
Nice.
Nice.
Only the essentials.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Is it alcoholic ginger beer? And
No.
It's usually non-alcoholic.
Which,
right?
when we were doing, this is, I mean, good too. Like when we were doing our dry month, ginger beer on ice, I'm like, it tastes kind of like I'm drinking because like
Yeah.
it's such an overpowering taste.
Yeah.
And because vodka is such a nothing taste, essentially if you made this a virgin, it would pretty
Yeah.
much taste the same.
I thought you've made like mocktail Moscow Mules before.
It's just ginger beer.
So we
Yeah.
have
Mock
That's just ginger beer.
Moscow
Well,
Mules.
ginger beer lime.
we
It's
have
lime, yeah.
we have like a non-alcoholic gin. So I do the gin and ginger.
I
Yeah.
see.
Very
see.
similar.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
make
yeah.
it in the Moscow Mule mug. Yeah.
Amazing.
And I do like, because for a while there, we were buying like big bottles of, well, not big bottles, but like a beer bottle
Yeah.
size of
Like the Fever
ginger
Tree.
beer. But the problem was we would just have like one drink, and then you've got this like half bottle. But we found like you can buy, I think it's like PC or something, have like the little baby cans,
Little cans.
and it's just enough for like one drink each. So it's
Yeah.
like perfect.
Nice.
You don't waste any.
You don't want the 2-liter jug?
No, it's not as spicy, but
Yeah.
for like economy of
Yeah,
making
makes
drinks,
sense.
it's
Yeah,
perfect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to go in the fridge with that cream of coconut.
All right, Brad,
All right.
your final nomination. What do you got?
Oh boy. So, I think we've had a good variety here today of the types of drinks. They've all been really good, all really refreshing. I know, obviously, I did a tiki one for my first one, and then a smash for my second. And I just got the feeling that tiki wasn't represented enough. So
Oh.
I have brought another tiki drink
Whoa.
to the table.
Holy shit.
This one is called the Bali Bali. And go ahead and open it. Open your eyes, not open the
Oh,
drink.
they're
Oh
so
my
pretty. They're so
goodness.
pretty.
So
Stunning.
Wow, this is like full presentation. Like this,
Yeah.
I feel like this is what they would hand you in the like a Dominican or a
But-
resort or something.
But like a much more expensive resort than the one we stayed at.
yeah,
Yes.
wow.
We recently got like proper tiki mugs for the listeners at home. They're not like the glass ones. They got like the crazy tiki faces and they're multicolored. I saw Laura while I was making mine poking through the China hutch, like looking for glasses, and I was like, you better not take those tiki
Keep your hands
glasses.
off, bitch.
But yeah, I don't make tiki drinks very often just because they have a lot of like weird syrups and you need a lot of different alcohols. So I just don't make them very often. Every time I look for like, we even have a book behind me called Easy Tiki. There's no easy recipes in there. There's like minimal ingredients, but you still need like weird syrups and a bunch of juices. So I took this cast as an opportunity to buy a bunch of shit that I probably shouldn't have in order to make this drink. Basically, for the listeners at home, it's inside these tall tiki mugs with like the tiki faces on them, filled to the brim with a drink, silver straw with pineapple fronds coming out the top and an umbrella in each. For Laura specifically, sip lightly because I'm about to go through
Oh no, there's banana.
the booze. No banana.
Oh, okay.
Just high booze, I bet you.
Yeah, buckle up because this is gonna take me a little while to go through all these. So we've got 3/4 ounces of Jamaican rum, 3/4 ounces white rum, 3/4 ounces cognac, 3/4 ounces gin, half ounce Flarenum, which I couldn't find, so I made my own Flarenum. I think that's how you say it. Half ounce passion fruit syrup, which I also made myself. 3/4 ounce pineapple juice, 3/4 ounce orange juice, 3/4 ounce lemon juice, and 1/4 ounce of semi-rich simple syrup.
Holy.
What's semi-rich simple syrup? Are we looking at a
It's-
2-to-1 ratio?
That's rich simple syrup.
1.5.
Yes, 1.5 is semi-rich. So a lot of ingredients. I have never made this before.
What is flamion?
Isn't that the name of that guy's sword?
Falernum.
Sword?
So
Mjolnir.
Thor.
Yeah.
I don't honestly know exactly what it is, but I can tell you how I made it.
Please.
I zested a bunch of limes, which
Yeah.
is why I had to buy a bunch of limes. I feel like it's like kind of like a limey, almondy, lime, orange, clove.
Oh.
So basically, I zested 6 limes. I toasted some almonds, put those in there.
Brad put the work in, everyone.
Yeah, it's called white rum. It's got cloves, like a few cloves in there. It's got some chopped ginger, some nutmeg, some vanilla, and then I like infused that with the rum since yesterday for like 24 hours, and then I mixed it with simple syrup. So I guess it's kind of like a lime almond. Simple ginger, simple. It's like a bunch of different things. You can buy it. I did find it, but I'd have to go to Quebec to get it, and I wasn't going to drive all the way to Quebec, which is like 15 minutes
Listeners,
away
if you
from
haven't
us.
picked up on it, Brad really hates Quebec.
The SAQ is so far, but they have so much good shit.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Brad will do everything else, include like prep for 48 hours, but not drive to Quebec,
Not
which is
drive
not that
past
far
15 minutes.
from where he
not
is.
that far. Yeah. So yeah, this basically has like all the alcohols and all the juices. And how does it taste?
Yummy.
I think you should take. I think
some
it's great. It
spices
is.
in there?
I think it's a sippable. Like you
Sippable?
don't.
You can't chug
Like,
it.
Oh, you should not chug this.
Yeah, I feel like you
Challenge
probably could.
accepted.
Like some may make the mistake if you're young and
Or
not wise
me?
like us, but I think it tastes quite refreshing. But it is like a sipper.
You cannot tell that there is a shit ton of booze in
No,
here.
you
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
Really, really good stuff.
Oh yeah. Tiki. I love it.
Only thing missing is an inverted lime, but
The glass is so beautiful that I wouldn't want there to be any additional visual interest because I
That's
want to
true.
focus on. It's not glass; it's ceramic.
well, it helps to have
The
the,
vessel.
pineapple frond.
Fronds
Frond.
with a D.
Frond.
With a
Franz?
D.
Frond.
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 It's not like a German man.
Ferdinand.
It's not like a German or Austrian man. Frond.
Yeah.
I also appreciate that the way you place the pineapple leaves or fronds. It looks like the hair
Yeah, the hair.
I thought
of
bunny
the face.
ears.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Really
touch.
good stuff, Brad. Okay, we are finally at our final nomination. Laura, bring us home for summer cocktails. What do you got?
Tongue, we already are home. Has anyone ever had to live with regret?
Yeah, sure.
'Cause that's what I've been doing for the last hour.
God.
Okay.
I'm disappointed in myself. The Pims, just like that lemonade thing it wasn't what it was supposed to be.
It was good. The Pims was good.
And the spicy pineapple margarita. I completely forgot to taste test it, I'll be honest. And I wasn't even intoxicated by them. I have no excuses. All I have is recourse. And so I humbly present to you the margarita.
Oh my God. You pivoted. Did you pivot?
God.
I had to.
Wow.
I had to.
Wow.
Wow.
This is a classic lime margarita. Little bit of Cointreau in there.
Oh my
Agave
God.
instead of simple syrup. Nothing too fancy. Just keeping it basic.
Wow.
And you taste tested this one?
I taste tested it. It's fine.
Oh my God.
It's fine.
Hey, nothing wrong with a classic margarita. I'm
It's an
shocked.
excellent stand-in for a really good margarita. It's a great stand-in for a really good one.
Sure. I'm shocked you chose another margarita because you thought you failed the other two drinks.
So the thing is that, like, to me, I know that I said that margarita is a year-round drink, but it's also a summer drink.
Oh, yeah.
And I really wanted to ensure that the margarita was well represented. And I didn't feel like I hit that on my first attempt.
This is impressive, Laura.
And so I had to come back. I had no intention of doing this until
This is
I
a
went to
first.
the bathroom earlier.
This is
Yeah.
wild.
And I sat down and it's like it just came to me and I knew what I had to do.
You followed your heart, and I,
had to pee
respect
and then
that.
get out of there.
Tell me what
and
is
make a
in your
margarita.
classic margarita.
We've got lime juice, we've got agave, we've got tequila, and we've got some Cointreau
And a salted rim.
on a salted rim.
Was that from the salt or from the tequila?
It is tequila forward.
Sam, for the listeners at
Oh,
home,
I don't
Sam
find it
took
very
a sip
strong.
and did a.
It is strong. You just
face.
drank a lot. But like,
Do you want me
it's
to put
good.
some more lime juice in?
No,
No,
I'm good.
no.
There's more.
No.
No, that's a margarita
It's a
right
margarita.
there.
Is that a margarita?
Margaritas are
Margaritas are
Are
supposed to
strong.
taste. Yeah, they're supposed to taste.
Remember
like
when
that.
we got to Dominican and I was like, I can't wait for my first margarita on the beach. And then we got a margarita. Awful.
Yeah, it's true.
Awful.
You didn't get margaritas that much during that trip either.
No.
I
we
just got the
didn't.
one because I learned my lesson on the first try. Their margaritas were not good.
Their Sammy Sosas are good though.
Yeah, they sure are. Let's get some of
Did you
those
ever
going
try a
again.
margarita at like the bar proper, not just the like beachy bars?
No.
I feel like the lobby bar might have made you a good one.
Sam,
Go ahead.
that was 6 months ago. And you're just suggesting this now?
Yeah. Do you want to go back in time and do that? Like, that'd be good.
Remember that one restaurant we went to on our last night when we were like, well, we found the best restaurant. Can't come back, though.
Yeah. Margarita. I mean,
Well, it's a classic.
it is a classic.
Yeah. Respect the pivot.
I respect it.
I
too.
respect it
It
as
really
well.
drives home that you really want margarita on this
Yes.
top 5
I
list.
don't know.
So
I don't know.
I'm very curious to what your honorable mention is and what you would have made
Yes.
because I know you got me to buy a bunch of stuff. So I'm wondering what it would have been.
I also have some questions for
But-
Bradley.
We'll discuss this in the second
Yeah.
half here. But my goodness, we did it. We made 12 drinks. For you listeners at home, it might have been an hour. For us, it's taking us
Oh
several.
my gosh, it's almost 11.
Yeah, but you know what? That's okay because now we have all our drinks. We're ready to actually drink them in the second half and taste test them so we can rank top 5 summer cocktails. Hi everyone, I'm Tong,
I'm Sam.
And I'm Laura.
and we are
Disney Dummies.
Look, we know there are Disney superfans out there, but even the superest of fans could still be Disney dummies.
That's why the three of us are on a quest to watch every single animated theatrical release in chronological order, from Snow White all the way to whatever's out right now.
We dive into each movie in detail, talking about fun facts, talking about the animation, hit you with some hot takes, our favorite reviews on the internet.
We even talk about who fucks.
I still can't believe that's an actual segment.
So join us every second Wednesday for another episode of Disney Dummies.
And Pixar pals when we finally catch up.
Yeah. Brought to you by the fairy tale whimsical depths of the pod cavern.
Top five.
Hello, everyone. We are back. We brought every single drink that we put back downstairs in the basement in the fridge. Back on the podcast table, we have what 24 drinks and a pitcher of sangria on the table right now. It is absurd. And Sam just said this, but like it feels like a lot more than our other previous episodes somehow. I don't know, but it is very exciting because I feel like with the Halloween episode and the Christmas episode, there were a few that were like, this was an interesting idea, but you know, that's an easy cut. Where all of these ones, pretty much, I would say, are all pretty good summer cocktails. I would have them all. Whoa. Laura, you're a bit hard on yourself. Laura's a bit hard on herself for her first few nominations. I like them. But, of course, we can only have 5. So, what we gotta do is rank these bad boys. Yeah.
So hard.
This is going to be so
There's
difficult.
so many drinks. And yeah, like you said, I feel like Halloween and Christmas, in my mind, like easy cuts. There's no easy cuts this time.
No.
They were all delicious.
We'll do our best.
Yeah.
We will do our best. We will drink until we find the best.
We gotta hurry. That Sammy Sosa is melting.
It's true. That's and
like super melted.
All of the ice that we put in these drinks have now watered down these drinks. It's a bit much.
Coconut-based ones are not looking appetizing now.
Get more coconut cream.
Gotta stir those up.
So what we have is the summertime rosé sangria. We have the Aperol Spritz, Mai Tai, spicy pineapple margarita, painkiller, pina colada, rum strawberry basil smash, Pim's Cup, Sammy Sosa, Moscow Mule, Bali Bali, and the classic margarita. Now, all of these recipes, once again, will be on podcavern.com. You can check out the pictures that we've taken so you can find out which ones appeal you the most. And we'll try to remind the crowd here and there what's in these drinks, like by and large, so that you kind of have an idea and you can follow along. But let me tell you, all these drinks are very colorful. I want to have all of them, but we probably don't have time to drink them all again, at least on the cast.
Says you.
At least on the cast. We're going to finish them tonight somehow. We're sleeping over tonight at Sam and Brad's, just to make sure this time. But we want to star nominations for further consideration. So obviously we're going to have to taste test a bunch of these, but is there any on the table right now that you want to star right away for further consideration? Sam.
I will star the... Oh, this is so hard.
Are we starring
Not
other
our
people's?
own?
Not
Yeah.
our own.
Yeah.
Okay.
Standard, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to star the Mai Tai.
Okay, the Mai Tai is starred. Brad, star one that isn't one of your own.
Moscow Mule.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Yeah.
I've got to go with the pina colada.
Ooh.
Pina colada. Okay, great. I'm gonna star Pim's Cup.
That's a good one.
You love me.
I do. Okay. It is really good.
Yeah, the Pim's Cup is good.
All right, let's star more for further consideration. Or, you know what? Is there some right now that we can probably say goodbye to? And then that can help us with some of this. Usually we do another round of stars, but this episode is really complicated because all of it's pretty good.
Uh-oh.
Laura?
My hand is in the air.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Only because of the similarities to other drinks. And I think the other drinks are superior. I'm going to suggest that we kill the painkiller. That being said, if you were to make me a painkiller at Hometown, I would absolutely drink
The
it.
painkiller?
I thought you were going to say one of your 2 margaritas.
Yeah.
We can kill the spicy pineapple margarita as well. We can kill spicy pineapple and painkiller.
I'm going to have a sip of the spicy
Yeah,
pineapple.
I need to remind myself.
I remember everyone liking the painkiller
yeah.
quite a bit.
It's going to be spicier now that it's like marinated.
I like the spicy, but we have a regular margarita in the play, so...
I feel like if I had the tagine, it really would have killed this.
I like the spicy, but it doesn't, like summer, like if I was really hot, I don't know that I'd want to be sipping on the jalapeno
Spicy?
thing.
Yes.
That's fair. I think it's also gotten spicier since we first
I think so.
started.
The jalapeno has soaked
it's really
in.
soaked the juices of the thing.
It's nice though. It's not too spicy. You
I
can taste the
do
flavor.
like it, but yeah, when you're sipping the classic marg right next to it, We don't have anything else that's salty on the table.
Except for the classic marg.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is like the classic marg is like saltier than the spicy pineapple one.
I think
your
we should
appetizer.
star the classic marg.
Agreed.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, thank you so
Staying.
much.
But-
That's so kind.
Okay, so say bye to the spicy marg. Are we killing the painkiller? Are we... It's supposed to heal our pains. I haven't had it in a bit. Let me try it.
So
too.
this is where it gets tricky because I do agree with Laura. And there's other drinks in front of me that are similar as well.
Yeah.
So it's like we got to kind of pick one or the other. And I do agree that the painkiller and the pina colada and even the Sammy Sosa are within the same ballpark.
I might put the Bali in that ballpark.
Yeah, I think I might as well.
Of these?
You might put the...
I was going to say with the Mai Tai because it's a tiki.
Oh yeah, they're both tiki. I don't know why.
It's in the same Bali
Even though
Park?
they're both, like even though they're both tiki, they don't taste anything alike to me. Like they fall into this broad
But
category.
there's no coconut at all there's pineapple in it, but there's
no
coconut. No.
There's no milky
No.
ingredient.
I mean,
It feels like I know.
Why is
He
it
listed
glass-
like a million
I know.
things. So
I did say like 12 ingredients,
Yeah.
and I do
No,
know
the
that the glasses are
milkiness is
opaque
gone.
for the listeners at home, so we can't actually see what it looks like.
Yeah.
But there's no like I don't know like
There's no
the Sammy-
coconut gelatin in
The
there.
Sammy Sosa like has pina colada in it.
Yeah.
True.
That's
You
true.
know.
That is true.
We'll put that pina colada in
So,
quotation
but
marks.
I'm not saying we should get rid of Sammy. I'm just saying that those three are all pretty similar.
I agree that those three cover a bit, especially the Sammy Sosa. You can taste the pina colada even more.
I think I'm willing to take painkillers off if Sammy Sosa maybe stayed a little bit longer.
Let's keep Sammy Sosa.
Sammy
around a little bit
Sosa, we
longer.
can keep around. Painkiller.
I liked it when we first, like, now that it's kind of settled. This is the problem with this podcast is that we don't get to drink it right away, and now I feel like the painkiller has really watered down.
Yeah.
But when we were drinking it, I remember us all really enjoying it.
I do really like it. It's very like coconut forward, which
Yeah.
I do think the pina colada has. The Sammy Sosa, now that I'm researching
Cocoa nut
them,
forward.
is cocoa not forward. The Sammy Sosa is more like juicy and orangey than coconut. So I would still say Laura's right. The painkiller and the pina colada are closest.
Yeah, they're the two that I feel like it's definitely
Yeah.
one or the other at the end of the
For
day.
the
So.
painkiller and pina
Yeah.
colada.
Yes. And I would have to side with the pina colada.
I would
how do
agree.
you not?
I would agree.
As
How
much
do
as
you
I
not?
do enjoy the painkiller,
Pina colada is like
it's
a staple.
It's a staple.
Yeah. Okay. Let's kill the painkiller.
Well,
It's not
I'll
killing
I'll
pain.
take it. I'll
Well, no,
put
I'm
it-
trying to keep them separate.
I'll put it
so I
out of
can
its
see.
misery.
And we're
Don't
gonna
worry.
kill the spicy pineapple.
That's why I was
Right.
trying to keep them
I
in
see.
a similar area.
Okay.
Yes.
So what we have here is we have pina colada, Moscow Mule, Mai Tais, Pim's Cup, and Classic Margarita starred. That's 5. And ones that kind of were talked about, but not really. Sammy Sosa. We tried that already. The sangria. Let's have another sip of the sangria. I feel like the sangria is a classic. Maybe not this specific one, but the sangria is like
I agree.
It's like people have sangria all the time in the summer.
It
It's-
is, but I think sangria and Pim's Cup.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I agree.
Interesting.
And I think had we done
A
a
red
different,
sangria?
or even my peachy whitey one, like
Yeah.
I think it's just the specific one that we made does have
because
it's the rosé
They're
and the
very.
and the
Yeah.
Tim's
I mean,
Cup.
they're obviously different, but they're both like pitcher, big batch drinks that have fruit floating in them, and it's like.
point of order. Could we whip up a second batch of sangria?
I have one downstairs.
Oh my god. Well,
I mean, yes.
Yeah,
It just
she
needs
has
the
another
fruit
one.
garnish in it, but it doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter. So like what I'm proposing, well not proposing, the thing that I was thinking about before you said that, Brad, was that like this sangria here in my mind would kind of encompass sangria
Yeah.
as the whole here. But if we think Pim's Cup is so similar to the sangria, then I'm okay with. There's just so much variety on this
Yeah.
table here that I don't want too similar.
Yeah, personally, I'd never really had a Pim's Cup before this, and I like the Pim's Cup more than the sangria.
Yeah, from these examples, I do like the
Yeah.
Pim's Cup.
Do you
one.
like the Pim's Cup over the sangria that you made?
Well, I didn't get to try it. But I mean, I think probably, to be honest. Yeah.
Wow. Let me try some of that.
It is I feel like
I
the
like
Pim's
the
cup is
zip.
getting better.
The Pim's cup has like cucumber. It's got
It's
like
just
a
got
little
different
zing
notes
to
in
Sangria's
it.
getting
Yeah.
not as
Yeah.
good, but the Pim's cup's getting
Sangria
better.
is great, obviously. The sangria
Yeah.
is a classic, but I like that we have a wild card of Pim's Cup taking over sangria personally.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I'm glad I bought all of that fruit. Fruit's very expensive.
Yeah, so did we, and I didn't use it. So
still can.
I
You
guess.
still can.
I
We're going to have
guess.
quite the weekend
Yeah.
of drinking.
We're gonna have quite the night. What do you say?
Yeah.
Okay. Other things in contention here.
Should we talk about the Aperol Spritz?
That's exactly what I was gonna bring up
Yes.
next. Where is it? Show me.
I did test it. Somebody brought it back out. It has very much watered down.
Yes, it has. It is
Which is very unfortunate.
significantly less good now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no.
Like by a lot.
But by how much I was enjoying it before, and that it's very different, I do think we should at least put it aside for further discussion against the rest.
You know, the thing I like about a spritz is how light it is.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of summer drinks that is very punching you in the face kind of thing with all of its sugary sweetness, where a lot of spritz drinks don't do that. You still get that summer like lightness and flair, but not the like sugar high and then low that you get after a regular summer drink.
Yeah.
So we can put a pin in it. I don't know.
Well, I think we should put it. It's very unfortunate how much
It
it's
is,
watered
yeah.
down. I
Could have been
think-
great.
I know that this is like my drink that I pitched, the Bali Bali, but we do have two tiki drinks. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you guys lumped this one in with the pina colada and stuff. Like, what are we thinking? for
I
Bali
did not
Bali?
say that, but
Well, they did.
they
anyway.
did. Yes, yes.
Yeah, and I don't know why. Maybe it is just the pineapple. You said there is pineapple in it.
There is
right?
pineapple. Well, there's like everything. in
Yeah,
it.
I know. You listed a million things, and the
Yes.
fronds, and maybe the visual of the fronds too, but I think it is the pineapple, which is giving me that same kind of tropical
Do you want me
hit.
to go over all the ingredients
The
again?
Franz is my new favorite.
The pineapple fronds.
Hey, the
picturing-
the
No, not the
Franz.
Franz,
It's the
not the
Franz.
Yes,
It's like the Franz. Yeah.
Real quick, because there's not that many ingredients. You got Jamaican rum, white rum, cognac, dry gin, falernum, passion fruit syrup, pineapple juice, orange juice, lime juice, semi-rich simple syrup.
It's just a lot, and I think the Mai
a
Tai
lot.
is like a more classic staple.
Yeah, it's a little
Yes.
more straightforward.
Yeah.
Two of the things in this I had to make from scratch, and the one took 24 hours.
Listen,
so
if this was
Oh, is
about
one of these
effort-
the weird
Yes.
concoction you can? Because
Yes.
that's what I was going to ask you. I was like, what happened to that weird
Yeah.
fermenting you were
I
doing?
made like a weird fermenting jar of like almonds and
my gosh.
stuff, and it looked disgusting, but it was for this. And as much as I do like this will be like a rare treat that I make in the future. Whereas Mai Tai is far easier to make. You just need
yeah, of course.
the orgeat syrup or orgeat or whatever it's called.
I have to say, I just thought of this, and I'm sure this is what Laura was about to make for her final nomination, and I'm very disappointed it's not here. Is the Caesar is not on the
I thought that's
table.
what you were
But
gonna
for
do
the
as
Ani
well.
Menchie's,
I mean, you saved
I
the pic-
would have if I hadn't fucked up my first pick so bad.
I'm shocked. I feel
Regrets.
as though we're missing
Regrets.
a big part of summer on this
I
table
have
here.
feelings about
Yeah.
that, though.
I didn't think you were crazy about Caesars.
No, I love Caesars,
Yeah.
but I love them all year round. They're
Yeah,
not a
they're-
summer
they're
drink
not
to
a
me.
summer
They're an
drink to me.
appetizer
Oh,
drink to
really?
me.
They're an all-round.
They're
all
weekend
year
breakfast.
They're a brunch.
Weekend breakfast.
Appetizer
Yeah.
drink?
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
like my family, whenever we have get-togethers, it like if like the first drink of the night is like a Caesar, my dad would be like, "Hey, who's having a Caesar?" And it's like part of the like appetizer
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
I
I
made
don't
my dad's
associate
a
it with
Caesar
summer.
bar for
That's
Father's Day.
interesting.
Yeah,
It's
and
my
like
dad drink.
brunch has taken over the Caesar as well.
Yeah.
So like
It
it,
ha-
just is not a summer thing
I
to me.
suppose. I guess the mimosa's not on the table either. And but that's
Exactly,
like,
for the same reason.
Same reason.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel a little bit better,
Okay.
but not great. So
We're putting the Bali Bali to the side. That's
We're putting
I-
Bali.
I really like it
or
though.
further discussion.
Just hold on to it for
Okay,
a bit.
okay.
Yeah, because I really like it. It has a lot of like
I like it. It's got a little bit of
strong.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say complex flavors, but there's a lot going on in it to like. I don't know. I really like it.
I
very
would
different
I would
from the
order
Mai
it at
Tai.
a tiki bar, and I would say that I would order it at any bar, but nowhere's gonna have it
Nowhere's
except
gonna
a
have it,
tiki
yeah.
bar.
It
and
is-
your house, because Brad will make it.
yeah, yeah.
It is very different
On
from the Mai
special
Tai, though.
occasions. Like
Should we do another podcast?
yeah. Top 5 tiki drinks.
Yeah, oh my God! Don't start.
Yeah.
Don't start. Actually, Brad would have to make all those because I don't have the patience.
Brad just makes 12
That'd
drinks
be
and we
so
rank
much.
them.
Yeah.
I don't have the patience for that. I was complaining about 10-minute prep. And Brad's out here doing 24-hour fermentation. Okay. The rum strawberry basil smash. Let's revisit this.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
It's a no for me.
Whoa.
Whoa.
The aftertaste is very bitter, I find, and I don't like it.
I do like that. It is. It's different than everything else we got here. This feels fresh to me, and I do like it because it doesn't feel like it's gonna make my teeth coated in sugar immediately.
So here's the thing is
I do like it.
the
I
reason
like
why I like this so much is because I'm a candy freak. I love sour candy. Sour
It doesn't
candy.
taste like candy to me.
To me, it does.
It's very bitter.
Listen, I'm the
sour.
candy expert in this family. It's sour. It's sour like candy. It's
Yeah.
kind of what I'm going at, and I really like this.
Yeah,
one.
I
really
like
like
it as
it.
well. It feels good.
Don't do that into the mic. I can hear
And
it.
you know what I would
And the
do to
audience
bring this
should.
up again? So what I feel about that
Say
is
that
like
again? Sorry.
it tastes like.
It picks up again?
Oh, I thought you were making fun of me.
I wasn't, but now I am.
Okay. No, to circle back, because it tastes like candy, we also kind of said that the Sammy Sosa tastes like candy. So those are two kind of candy-ish beverages.
Oh, yeah.
As the candy connoisseur, they're different candies.
I know they're different candies, but here's my thing with the Sammy Sosa, and you guys can all tell me I'm wrong, but it also, and probably because it's a drink that we had on vacation alongside pina coladas, and those were two of the things we would go get. I associate them both kind of with poolside blended cocktails, which they both are. So both of these I could picture having by the pool, and they both kind of fill that same void for me, and both of them have pina colada in them. So
yeah. I think the Sammy Sosa, I am loving it as a throwback to vacation and the memories that come with it. And I could drink a million of those, but I know that if I drank even one of those, I would have the biggest tummy ache. I feel like there's a lot
get
of
that as well.
delicious but artificial flavors in the Sammy Sosa.
Like, my
that
teeth
make me
feel
like
coated.
it's probably one that I would tend to avoid drinking too much of, as opposed to most of the other cocktails here, which I could drink so many of, no problem.
I agree.
Interesting.
I agree.
I think I agree. I feel like you can't have the Sammy Sosa when it's got part of another drink already on the table in it. So it's I mean it's one or the other.
Yeah.
In my mind.
Yeah. Well, in that case, the Sammy Sosa has more.
That's what I'm saying. Is it's
You
one or the
pour.
other.
I could pour the pina colada in the Sammy Sosa right now. It would be right at home.
And what I would say to that is I just generally do like the pina colada more.
Well, yeah, and I think it's tough because the pina colada is something I'm more familiar with than the Sammy Sosa. Obviously, we just got introduced to it 6 months ago, 7 months ago, or whatever. I do like how different it is. I feel as though too, because now we're approaching territory where a lot of our summer drinks are the classics.
Yeah.
And that is fine because those are great drinks. But we have pina colada, we have margarita, we have Pimm's is very, very popular in the UK.
Yeah.
And, that's fine and all, but I just want us to think about that too. What do we want represented on this? Do we want just the classics, or do we want to?
British people are colonizers, so we don't have to represent
We don't have
them.
to. But do we want a curveball in here? I'm not saying it has to be a
I
Sammy
do
Sosa.
really like Wimbledon. That's one thing I'd keep about the Brits.
Okay, and here's my thought. If we're going to put a curveball in here that's not one of the classics, I would take that smash drink over the Sammy Sosa.
I mean, not just because I
Cut
made it,
'em
but
both.
I agree because there's no other sour drinks that are in discussion for top 5. And I don't know why it keeps coming up. That's salty, not sour. Well, the tequila, I guess. She's pointing
bit
to
sour.
She's pointing
The
to her
lime?
margarita.
The lime?
There's a lot of lime in this one as well. I think this is more sour
It
than
is
the
definitely
tequila
more
one.
sour. I can't argue
And I
with
don't know
that.
about the candy. I mean, I guess I get it, but there's almost no sugar in this aside from all
It's
the
not very
fruit.
But it's the
Sweet.
strawberry,
It's the sour.
man.
That's what I was gonna
It's the
say. It's
sour.
Sour
It's like
strawberry.
the sour and the sugar from the fruit, I guess.
But sour like candy is what I'm trying to
But
say.
I personally just like smashes in general because whatever berries are on sale at the market, you can buy them, smash them
'em.
up, put rum or
Yeah.
bourbon or gin with it.
I do
Now
like
I-
that.
And
I do.
smashes are just are just great. So I don't know. It's hard to. I mean, it's hard to put it up against these other heavy hitters.
Let's put a pin.
We'll put a pin in that.
We'll put a
and we'll move
Pimm's in
over.
it. So the only other one really in contention is the Bali Bali. So, and we don't know about that either. I really like it though. I like it.
I do like it. I would also, I mean, if it's getting into the hard cuts, I would cut the Sammy Sosa. I would also
Go ahead.
I would also cut the margarita. But that's just like a personal taste thing. I do think I mean, if we're wanting to, and here's the thing, because you brought it up, it's like if we're wanting to stray from the classics and stuff, then I don't think margarita needs to be on this list, and I don't think it's my favorite of the classics. I just think it's one that people make in the summer, so it comes to mind, but it's not my favorite.
So I think a margarita is like, for some people, it is their go-to drink.
Yeah.
And for others, they're like, yeah, it's good, but I don't get the hype.
Agreed.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I guess how many of each side do we have at this table?
It's my go-to, but
I almost and we don't have to like go this.
Tom.
We don't have
that
to go.
doesn't mean it has to be in the
No,
top
no, no,
five.
no. We don't have to go this way. But I almost feel like Laura put her heart and soul into just sabotaging
true.
her final
It's
nomination
true.
just to have margarita on this list. And not to say we have to bend to that, because like if we have the list as it is, then all mine are cut, which I don't care about. But like Laura loves margaritas so much that she made it a second time
It's true.
in the same podcast.
It's true, and I feel like that is...
And we did say that kind of thing was probably an auto lock, and it's a margarita.
And she did it to herself.
And she did it to herself. Like nobody does that. Nobody does that. Like people don't do that on this podcast. So there's something like, and I actually do like a margarita. I mean, Laura loves it too. But like,
I shouldn't put ice in it. I shouldn't put ice in it.
It's fine, Laura.
It's
It's
good.
a good margarita.
Actually,
It's a
let's
good
pause the
margarita.
podcast. Laura's gonna make a third
You know
margarita.
what? I got enough of everything.
Oh man!
All right.
There's
Okay.
a lot of good.
Okay,
stuff
well,
here, though.
can we...
Can I tell you what I have starred?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll do locks.
We might not need to because we have 5 starred. So here it is: Pina Colada, Moscow Mule, Mai Tai, Pim's Cup, and Classic Margarita. That's 5. The ones that aren't starred but could be in the contention maybe is the Sangria, which I know we cut, Painkillers, which I know we cut, Sammy Sosa, which I know we cut, Aperol Spritz, which was on the maybe, so let's put that on the maybe.
Yeah.
The Rum Strawberry Basil Smash, which was also on the maybe, towing that line. Bali Bali, also in towing that line. And the Spicy Pineapple Margarita was cut as well.
Okay.
So the ones that are in the maybes, are any of those going to make a star? at
I
least?
have a thought. Because again, originally we were talking Tiki versus Tiki. And
Tiki off.
Tiki off. And so we did star the Mai Tai. It's the more classic approach. I would say I do like the Bali Bali better.
I do too.
So I would maybe, and for Brad's efforts of fermentation,
Let's get that fermentation.
I think we
in
can
there.
Really?
switch those.
I actually do like. I'm not sure if it's because the Mai Tai has now watered down. Let's be real here, but like,
Oh, it's definitely watered down.
but the Bali Bali is awesome. And also, I'm not sure if the ground rule was talking about the presentation of it all.
But I lit the Mai Tai on fire.
You did light it on fire.
That was stunning, but I
did.
just took a sip of both, and the Bali Bali is a lot better.
I mean, the Bali
It
Bali
keeps
I
better.
made much
Yeah, it keeps
more.
better.
Yeah, I do think the Mai Tai lost. Like we have been drinking Mai Tais a lot at home lately, and they are quite good. And that is definitely just like watered down from being. And it was like his first round drink, so it's watered down the most.
Yeah.
But I will still say that I'm on board with making the Bali Bali the pick over the Mai Tai.
Yeah, I'm down.
I'm actually down with that too.
Can I make another suggestion? I don't know if this is going to fly as easily. Controversial statement. To
Uh-oh.
me, the Moscow Mule is more of an autumnal drink. And I would swap in the sangria, treating it as representative of whatever one's favorite sangria is.
I
Instead of
would
Moscow
if we were swapping out the Moscow Mule, I would swap it for the Spritz because that seems more summery and like we
More
said, the
bitter.
Pim and the Sangria were what we were thinking kind of cancel each other out. So if
Interesting.
we
I
were
see. Yeah.
replacing a Mule, I would replace it with a Spritz because it's also not
I
fruity.
guess we never really
I
talked
would
much
go
about
for
the
the
mule.
Spritz over the Mule.
I like the mule over the Spritz, but for a summer cocktails list, I can see the Spritz over the mule.
Agreed.
It's
yeah.
just so unfortunate
The
that the
Spritz
Spritz
is
is
just
watered
like-
down now.
yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I feel like the Spritz is just such like a bougie, like what's the word? Like
Yeah.
High-
quiet wealth. How do you say
It's like a
that?
high class
high
kind
class.
of yeah.
Yeah,
And you know
kind
what?
of
There
thing.
was-
Even though it's
There's
it's
no
not.
other like bitter drinks, and I do as much as it's watered down. I do remember how bitter it was, which
It is.
I
It
do
does
like
feel
that.
like Negroni,
Yeah.
summerified, which I do like. And I would, you know what? Now that you said,
Quiet
I
luxury.
was like hesitant to put.
It's quiet luxury.
Yeah, and I was hesitant to put the mule on it for this very reason. I was like, I don't know if this is technically summer drink, but it's not a Halloween drink and it's not a winter drink.
No,
and
it's definitely a summer
It's
drink.
just a like everyday drink, but
I think
it's
it's a
summery
summer
because
drink.
it's cold. It's so cold
Yeah.
and
It's that
refreshing.
copper.
It's the copper, man. It's the
That's a
copper.
fun to me, yeah.
Like if I'm really hot and we're on a patio and I
Yeah.
sit down and I see a mule on the menu, I'm like, ooh, immediately drawn
Yes.
to it because I'm like, this will be refreshing.
Yeah, but a spritz is also refreshing.
But I was gonna say, I would
And
say the
not
same
heavy.
thing about an Aperol Spritz. And you know what? The day we went to see the Barbie movie last summer, we went to a
true.
patio first, and I got an Aperol Spritz.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's a nice memory.
It is. So,
The Aperol Spritz has lots of Kenergy.
it does.
Okay.
How do we feel? Spritz over a mule?
I'm okay with spritz.
Like I
overall.
said, I think I like the taste of a mule more than a
Yeah.
spritz, but I do like the spritz on this list for its summerness, but also like it is also the light summer drink that we have on this, which, you know, if anyone's like calorie conscious or like just don't want something heavy in their stomach, a spritz is amazing.
Yeah, it's the Spritz seems like the Spritz and the Mule. I would say are the head to heads because they seem
Yeah,
like
that
the
makes
easy
sense.
drinking like light option of what we're looking at here. And I kind of agree. I don't know that I'd call it an autumn drink, but I mean I picked the Moscow Mule over a Dark and Stormy because I was like Dark and Stormy isn't summer, but I lump those two together all the time. So
I would call, well, I would have said Dark and Stormy is summer, even though the name implies it's not.
It's not, and it's not.
but-
It's like, yeah, Dark and Stormy is kind of like whenever. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm down with the Spritz over the Mule.
Okay.
Interesting.
So
Let's do it.
Okay.
we have the Aperol Spritz, Pina Colada, Bali Bali, Pim's Cup, and Classic Margarita. That's 5. I think everything else. We should do locks. Now we should do locks. It will be tough. We might have to drink some of it. Oh no! But let's find out. Let's start with the Aperol Spritz. Lock or no lock? Now that we've talked so much about it.
Yeah.
I would
Can we
like-
start with something easier?
Sure. Let's start with the Pim's Cup.
Lock for me.
Yeah, I think we need some
I
kind
think
of pitcher
Fruity pitcher-based
representation.
drink.
We
yeah.
fought too hard for Pim's.
Yeah,
Like
so it's
otherwise,
either Pim's
sangria is
Cup or
back on the
sangria.
table and
Yeah,
all that
exactly.
So Pim's Cup is a lock.
Lock.
Yeah.
stuff. Okay, let's lock it. I'm gonna just jump a bit. Pina colada.
Lock.
Yeah, because it's pina colada or Sammy Sosa, right? Or did
Yeah.
we cut Sammy Sosa?
We cut it, but I think
pretty
it's
much cut.
that was like head to head.
I think pina colada's got to be a lock. Yeah.
All right, now we're in it. The classic margarita.
Lock.
I think it has a place on this list, so I would lock it.
I do also think it has. I don't think it's like now I'm thinking of New Year's Eve and Brad had too many of them and it's like why were we drinking
French
margaritas at New
75s?
Year's Eve?
Oh.
No, they were margaritas.
Oh, were
There
we?
was spicy cranberry.
You don't remember
no,
the
never mind.
margarita.
Oh, yeah. No,
Yeah.
I do now.
Yeah. So, like, I feel like margaritas, as much as they are summer, I think they belong in the summertime. I know people make them all the time. So, like, I don't know. As far as summer cocktails, I think, yeah, because you can make them blended too, right? Like, we didn't talk about it, but you can have blended margaritas. So it's also kind of a poolside drink. And we've got Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. So I feel like it is iconic. It's, again, not my favorite. So I hesitate to lock it on a personal level, but I
This
can
is gonna
see
ruin the tour.
All right, JT.
I don't love margs, so I can't lock it.
Okay, let's.
to be okay, but looking at this list that we're going through to lock, like I like
But
these 5, so like I wouldn't replace
personally,
the.
I would swap
would
the
you
marg
do?
with the smash.
I can't stand for it. I can't.
And you
I
don't
can't.
like the smash,
I
so
don't
of
like
course
the smash.
you won't
So you
stand
two
for
are
it.
both in a little headlock there. I've had more
classic
margs
battle.
than I've had the smash. I really did like the smash.
Yeah.
I already talked about it so much, but I think the marg has a place on this list.
perfect
It's got
marg.
a place, but
Yeah.
I don't. I
But
can't
you
lock
said
it.
it's basic, and of course
It
it's going
is,
to be
and
on the list.
and I also said Laura burned 2 nominations
You're right.
for margs.
You're right. You did.
That's Laura's
Yeah.
decision, though.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Pour one out for my marg fans.
All right, let's not lock
Okay,
it
okay,
yet.
okay.
Just see, because
Yeah.
like we have Bali Bali and Aperol Spritz,
I'd lock the spritz.
Yeah, I think we've got our 5.
right?
I
Like,
think it's those guys.
If we're doing the spritz and between spritz and Moscow Mule,
actually, you know what? Like, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't need more.
we've got our 5.
We have
I don't know
5.
what
Yeah,
we're doing
unless there's
locks
any
for.
like.
That's true.
That's
but
what
you know
I-
what? That's my bad. But also now we have a better understanding of where we are when we're ranking it.
Okay.
So that's my bad. We do have 5. I don't know why we're locking anymore. But that just means number 5 is either classic margarita or maybe the Bali Bali.
I think margarita's got to be
It's
5.
the marg
It's
for
gotta
me.
be
Fine
marg.
with
I'm
that.
with that. I'm fine with
Okay.
that too.
yeah,
I love you, Margarita.
Number 4,
Pims.
yeah, I would agree.
Spritz.
I would go Spritz.
Ooh, let me taste these two.
Yeah, do it.
No,
Yeah.
the spritz is bad
No,
now.
taste them,
Yeah.
Brad. Taste them.
I also
Oh, yeah, the
Oh,
spritz isn't as good
That
anymore.
fruity
That's
flavor is
unfortunate.
real nice.
Also, like
huh?
to be honest, like even though I was arguing
That
for like
cucumber coming through?
a lighter drink, I'm not a light drinker. I like a lot like a boozier drink, and I think the Pimm's is a boozier drink, and it's much
It
more.
is, yeah.
It's just like more satisfying.
And
to
I
me.
do like and because we're like kind of lumping it in ish in that sangria zone, I do love a sangria.
Yeah.
So I mean, I do feel like that is good.
Plus, if you do it right, when you take a sip of sangria, it'll remind you of challengers. Nobody's mad about that.
It's
So
true.
what's the pitch for 4?
Well,
What are you two
Spritz.
saying?
Spritz or
Pims.
like where do we think
or Bali Bali.
or Bali Bali? Yeah,
Whoa. Bali Bali.
I mean,
Yeah.
I like the Bali Bali a lot. I guess it just now it's like, what are we basing this on kind of thing. Like
Just
obviously
taste.
if it's just taste, then I'd put the Bali Bali above the spritz.
Can
and the
I? Well, Bali Bali is the one in the tiki drink for
Yeah.
people
I
at
mean,
home.
the thing is about the Bali Bali is that the presentation is just so good.
Can we just remind the audience what's in the spritz, Sam? Just so
Aperol.
people. Yep.
and soda water and champagne.
And champagne.
Very light, and I mean, you say you don't like a strong
Very
drink.
orange.
As much as this is
it's
refreshing,
good.
it's also quite strong. Champagne is strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
it is. Doesn't slap you.
It doesn't slap you, but it'll get you.
A lot of drinks in the
Yeah.
summer can get you. That's what
know.
sangria's for.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, I've liked all these drinks that we're putting together for the top 5 here. I think the spritz for me, or where's pina colada on this list? Is it higher for you all? Because
It's over the spritz and the Pim's cup at least.
Yeah.
I think
it
it's,
is for me
I think
as
it's
well.
over the spritz for me. I don't know about. I also have an attachment to Pimm's. I think for all the times I drank it, and the times Laura makes it. But I think we can maybe agree that spritz is 4.
I'm okay with spritz.
Are we okay with spritz?
I think
4?
a Spritz 4.
I think
could
it was
see
spritz
that.
for it.
All right.
I'm okay with it.
Aperol spritz 4. Number 3 sounds like it will be Pimm's or
Bali Bali.
Bali Bali.
You just want the
Or-
pina colada at 1.
I do. I'm not gonna hide from that. I think it deserves it over the other two.
Brad, where's your head at?
I do like a pina colada.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not just
And getting caught in the rain?
Yeah, and getting caught in the rain.
Okay.
Yeah, wait till we wait.
For the uninformed, just so we can keep reminding the audience, what's in a pina colada?
It is cream of coconut. Well, so this recipe, I know like by the pool, my dad used to just buy the like pre-mixed
Mix.
canned
Yeah.
slush and you'd make that. And
Like in the Sammy
also
Sosa.
good. Yeah, like at the Dominican, I don't know what they're doing. It's just rum in this slush mix probably. This particular recipe I did was cream of coconut, pineapple juice, white rum. It also had the añejo rum
Añejo.
in it, and it had this one specifically had frozen ice chunks also blended in it and ice. So it's a blended drink, very coconutty and frothy and tropical.
Coconut forward.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, where's everyone's head at? Actually, Laura, where's your head at?
My head is all about that pina colada, my friends. I personally, I would put Pimm's as number 2. Personally, Challengers.
Okay.
Okay.
Zendaya.
So Bali
Josh
Bali
O'Connor.
versus Pimm's is where we're at for the 3 and 2 kind of situation.
I think so.
We have a Bali. I also prefer Pimm's over the Bali, but I like them both, so I'm not going to fight too hard on it.
try them both.
I think it's because I've had Pimm's a lot, so I know it's
Yeah.
reliable, and I'm going to have it way more times than I will go out to get a Bali. Although
Because
a tiki
we don't
drink
have
a tiki drink rules. I should say, like, that's just a thing I don't make at
drink-
home.
Just because
A
you won't
tiki
get
drink
it
does rule.
more doesn't mean it's not better. It means it's
I really like there's a more simpler taste in the Pimm's. Bali, I think the complexity is why I like it, but I think at the end of the day, I do like the Pimm's a bit more.
The
for its
Pimm's did
simplicity.
come in and blow me away, having never had one.
Yes.
I was like, whoa, what is this? And I'm like excited about it. So yeah, I really did like the Pimm's. The Bali I also like.
They're both good drinks. Let's
Yeah,
be real.
they're both
drinks.
good.
I think
A Bali is more like desserty to me, like more similar to the pina colada. And I know that they're very different. Like there's no cream element in the Bali, but I think the Pimm's is like, it's not straightforward, but it's like almost like a cleaner taste. Like it's got the fruits and the cucumber and the lemonade,
Which feels very
whereas
summery.
the Bali is like, what is this?
Yeah, there's a lot.
What is that? And not to say that makes one better than the other, but they're so different.
Here's where this is my final thing was that like we replaced the sangria with the Pimm's kind of for the reason of like the same reason why you'd have sangria. You can have a lot of it and you can just keep getting a lot of
well, they
them.
also have like fruit in them,
Yep.
and it's like
Yep.
They're similar looking. Yeah.
Bali is a drink that is a sipper, like we said at the beginning here. And I think in the summer, I don't want a sipper as much as something that I'm going to crush a bunch of. And I would crush a lot of Pimm's. And I would probably have, let's be real, like 2 Balis before I like max out on it.
Careful.
Maybe even 1 because it is a lot.
Yeah.
It is a lot.
I was thinking too, like, I love tiki drinks, but they're almost like I was joking when I was like top 5 tiki drinks, but it also does kind of feel like its own like behemoth of a category. And if I'm like talking summer, like having a pitcher of Pimm's on the table does feel like a fun summer thing to do.
Tennis on the telly.
Tiki's
Yeah.
like feels like a vacation drink.
Yeah.
And vacation in like if you're going to like the Bahamas or the Dominican, like that can it's always summer
Or
over
just
there.
going to a tiki bar is
Yeah.
just like a fun thing to do.
Listeners, I wish you could see these tiki mugs because it's not just like the shape of them and the design on them, but like the colors of them is so
They
like
also
a
keep them
sky blue and then like a really nice terracotta earthy color. Really. And I like that you chose contrasting umbrellas,
You like
Brad.
that?
Some people would have gone for matching, especially
Yeah.
in 2024 when we're in this very monochromatic kind of world. But I love that you switched it up to have that contrast. I think that was a really
alternate.
nice choice.
It would have been very easy to go blue.
Yeah,
and,
yeah, but
Was that a
You're not-
conscious
you're
decision
not
doing
that.
that?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
I mean,
This man knows what
I don't know
he's
why I
doing.
asked. For me, I would have just been like, whatever umbrella I pull out is the one that you guys
That was
get.
conscious.
Okay, Brad, final thoughts. Yes.
So I do think pina colada is number 1 for me.
but 3 and 2.
There it is.
So only because, and correct me if I'm wrong, Sam, but I feel like we arrived in the Dominican Republic. We were checking into our hotel, and I was like, "Boy, I wish I had a pina colada right about now."
Oh,
And then
yeah.
3 minutes later, a pina colada was delivered to us while we were checking in.
That's true.
Because the hotel guy like sneakily called the bar about it, and we were sipping pina coladas, and like pina coladas are just warm weather, delightful
Yeah.
drinks to me. So that is a number 1, I
Sure.
think, for me.
Yeah.
That's so crazy because I was just like, I wish I had a whole stack of cocaine in front of me,
Nothing.
and they got me a pina colada.
For number 2, it is tough because I do like the representation of like a punch type drink, and I do like sangria. I apparently very much like the Pimm's Cup because I haven't had it very much. It's very good. I do also really like tiki though.
I mean, it is good for
And
sure.
I think
good.
if we're going by like what is more obtainable for people, Pim's Cup for sure. Although it's kind of hard sometimes to find Pim's number 1 or whatever it is. Like
Yeah.
my LCBO didn't have it. I would have again had to go to Quebec.
Anytime
which
we
isn't
go
that far,
on,
but
like we go on a trip or something, like to the UK, it's like
Yeah.
we gotta buy the Pims and bring that
so
back.
it's like a little bit tricky to make.
Every time.
But not as hard as the Bali Bali, which I had not made until this time. Again, because like I said, I don't make a lot of tiki drinks because there's just so much involved in them. I think for me personally, I would put the Bali Bali over the Pims, but I am okay with the Pims over the Bali Bali because it's going to be easier for people to make the Pims.
I think it's a tight race. I like them both for the reasons you said.
I
as
just
well.
like tiki.
Yeah,
as well.
I think it just for me it just goes back to the sippability, and
Yeah.
I think I just would only have one Bali Bali, and I would have 4 Pims. You know, like
Yes.
it's just that easy.
I like the idea of this podcast spreading awareness of the Pims. Like you said, it's big in the UK, and you could see it coming over here in a few years. We could make that happen.
Yeah, maybe that'll be us.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be
this
us.
podcast will do that.
It might.
Single-handed.
Yeah.
You know what?
That'll
This
be
podcast
us.
introduced me to Huevos Ranchos for brunch.
Oh,
Huevos
yes.
rancheros.
Huevos rancheros.
Yes, I
Great
never
brunch.
would have done it before this
Great
podcast.
brunch.
Who
Right
knew
on.
you needed your
And
breakfast
the
rolled
bagel
up?
belt. I never.
No, we never.
I love a bagel
never
belt.
talk about
Love a bagel belt.
Throwback. Throwback.
All right, I
Friend.
think we have our list, everyone.
Yeah.
Let me read that out to you. My goodness. See, I told you the ranking
This
is
was a
easy.
tough one.
Easy.
These cups,
tough.
our top 5 look really varied and nice next to each other.
Yeah, they're really
I must
pretty
say.
together.
We're seeing the representation on the table.
I should say before I read this list, because we've talked a little bit about pina colada, but I want Laura, tell me about pina colada and why you think it should be number 1.
I like a pina colada because I like getting caught in the rain. And I love something that is sweet and cool and refreshing and most of all coconut. And that's why I love a pina colada.
And Sam, you?
If you're not into health food and you like cheap champagne.
Yeah, I do. Not Henkel though. I'm over Henkel.
I will say, just for the record, I also like a pina colada, but it is not my favorite summer drink.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What's yours?
Out of this list here, I would have a Pims or a pina
Really?
colada.
I really
Yeah,
want this guy
I
over.
think pina colada. I did not know. So coming into this, like I was saying, Christmas, I knew right away. For me, eggnog,
You knew.
number 1. Halloween, I was like, I don't know, spooky drinks. This one, I had a few in my mind, and pina colada was in the top like 3. It was
Yeah.
pina colada, not dark and stormy. What's the one? Mojito? No, not mojito.
Mai Tai.
Mai Tai. No, the one in the copper cup.
Oh,
Oh,
Moscow
Moscow
Mule.
Moscow Mule, and Mai Tai. Those were like the 3 that were vying. But I don't know. I'm just sipping on this pina colada. It's so good.
Look,
It was definitely going to be on my list. And then, like I said, the other night, we just arrived at Brad's friend's house. We were definitely not, like, we just showed up and he was like, oh, I'm just going to make pina coladas in the blender, which I was like, whoa, okay, like out of nowhere. And then he passed me them and I was like, this fucking slaps. And so
I should say for the record as well, I do like pina coladas. I do. I really do. It is just one of those like quantity things because I do reach. Same with the Sammy Sosas. Same reason. It's just like eventually that taste when you have multiple drinks of the same thing, that taste becomes too much, and then you need something that's a little less intense in its sweetness, right? And I mean that's why Pim's Cup is so easy to crush because you don't. It doesn't linger in your mouth. Like right now, I just had some pina colada. I love the taste of it, but that taste is gonna linger for a while because that's just how it is.
As like somebody sensitive to sugar and sugary drinks, like we make a lot of cocktails at home, and I struggle with this. And it's like honestly, any of these would do that. Like I don't want really that many of any of these drinks to be the Pim's Cup either.
Sangria. You can have a
Sangria
bunch
maybe
of.
because it's like, but it depends on the one. Like I don't know, the rose.
But
it
that's
depends.
why the Moscow Mule is nice because it's
That is what I like.
Yeah.
But even them, I wouldn't probably because the ginger beer is really sugary. So like honestly, like any drink that we're going to talk about today, if it's like, oh, how many can I drink? It's
But
like
the
that's
pina
not going to
colada's
play
way
for me.
I feel like the pina colada is way heavier
It
than
is.
the
Yes.
other
It
ones.
is,
And
yeah.
that's why but
That's what makes it special,
I do
though.
think it
does make it special.
makes it
I do
special.
think it's very
I
Yeah.
associate like the coconut in the pina colada with summer and vacations and beaches and really any drink. So like your painkiller and stuff like that was all hitting Sammy Sosa. That all hits in it transports me to the beach. Yeah. And that's why Pina Colada is number
the
one
beach
for me.
or the pool.
Or the pool.
So
All right.
I'm not going to have them in winter.
No.
Dude, that'd be insane.
Yeah.
A winter pina colada? I don't know. All right. Number 5, we have the classic margarita. Number 4, we have Aperol Spritz. Number 3, Bali Bali. Number 2, the Pim's Cup. And number 1, if you love...
Pina coladas.
Can I play the song?
Again, come
Yeah.
on.
Wait, we gotta talk over it, otherwise we'll get
Yeah, I
copyrighted.
was gonna say immediately copyrighted for playing this song.
A song about cheating on your partner.
Is that what this is about?
Yeah, they both are like trying to cheat on each other and then end up together and they're like, oh, I never knew you liked pina coladas.
Oh my gosh.
I did not. I guess I've never listened to the lyrics of this song.
Yeah, I don't know the lyrics. I don't even know this
he's
part
talking
of
about
it.
taking out a personal ad in the paper and he's like,
Oh my god.
Are we almost at the chorus?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to talk
isn't
until
even
we
the
get
right
to the
song.
chorus.
You're playing patio lanterns. What the fuck, Laura?
Laura.
This is gonna ruin the tour.
Okay, don't play the song. We know the song. That's hilarious. I was like, wait a second, is this?
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
I was like, what
Doesn't it-
version is she playing?
Doesn't it immediately start
Yeah.
with the? Anyways.
Well, I gotta say, this was a great list of cocktails.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, me
These were
too.
all delicious. The 2 margs were delicious, as much as you didn't like the
thanks,
original
I
one.
like the original marg. Or sorry, the spicy
I
one.
liked this spicy one. I thought it was a great representation. All the cocktails were very
We're all
good.
going to have to brush our teeth very hard tonight.
Yes.
And Caesars for breakfast.
Oh my gosh.
Yay.
All
With the
right.
pickles.
Yes.
Very quickly, we should do honorable
I saved
mentions.
them.
We will not make our honorable mentions on the cast, but if you have honorable mentions, just say what that is, and the actual recipe, once again, will be on podcavern.com in the show notes, so check it out. Sam, did you have anything else that you were going to make potentially?
Yes, I did. The one that I really ho-hummed about for my final pick there was going to be a raspberry mojito. A mojito on the list I thought would have been really nice,
Yeah.
Yep.
but we had so many rum drinks already that's why I ultimately opted for the mule. So
Nice. Okay. I'm going to go with Laura. What else did you have?
Yeah, so I had my first 2 picks on lock, and then I was deciding between either a red wine sangria or a Caesar for my third. And since we had a sangria come up, I was planning on nominating the Caesar until my spicy pineapple margarita bombed, and so
It
I had to
didn't
bring
bomb?
back.
We all
bombed
enjoyed it.
for me, Brad.
You're too hard on yourself.
Yeah.
I liked it. I just had another sip. It was great.
I'm glad you liked it. So my backups were a Singapore sling. And if I can just share a quick anecdote, a dear friend and mayor of Podcavern, Leslie Cherapy, gave me some sour cherry bitters for Christmas. And so I was like, what do I do with these? And I found a great Singapore sling recipe that I've made a couple of times. And then I also have a cucumber elderflower gimlet recipe that I love.
that sounds good.
Very
I was-
much enjoy lime. So
I was really hoping elderflower would have made the.
I did bring elderflower.
I know.
but
I thought it
didn't
would be
them.
make it in the discussion tonight. I
It's
love
just
elderflower.
a little bit too similar to the margarita with the lime plus like simple syrup that I had to change things up.
Fantastic,
Even though I
Brad.
nominated 2 margaritas.
So every cocktail almost that was made was on my list of potentials to make. So I kind of just ticked them off as everybody else went. Mojito was on my list as potential. Daiquiri was on there.
Classic, yeah.
Espresso martini was on there.
Yeah, I thought that was going to make an appearance tonight,
Yeah,
but
That
I
seems all year to
It,
me.
but it does
Yeah.
feel all
Yeah.
year.
Because
Yeah.
I made an eggnog espresso martini for the holiday
Christmas,
one,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
Sounds
that's
good.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
oh,
didn't
do we
feel
have
summery
It
enough.
doesn't feel
but
summery.
But it was in the mix for me. Like we
Yeah.
had one when we were Dominican. But I do agree. It's like an all year.
did,
So
didn't we?
I agree
Yeah.
with that, and also the only reason why I would have liked it is because it's so different, and it would have been like a nice,
Yeah.
like, oof, nice little coffee jump. But anyways,
So I also had tequila sunrise.
nice.
Kayla's
Caparina.
favorite. Caipirinha.
Yeah, which is Brazil's drink. Another tiki one called the Saturn which I had. Gold Rush, which is
I don't like a gold rush.
sort of
Gold
like
rush,
an
Taylor
old
Swift.
fashioned in a way. Cosmopolitan, which
Oh, that's a great drink.
the one I've been making has been pretty good with like better ingredients.
Are we listing all of our Ani mentions right now?
I am,
Yeah.
and Sex on the Beach.
I was going to say that was my only, because I only had one other one,
Yeah.
and it was Sex on the Beach.
Yes.
And it
Sex
was
on the
because
Beach is
Brad
very
makes
good.
them so good. I wouldn't have thought to put that on in years previous because it sounds like a 19-year-old hitting the bar and club drink. But if you make it as an adult,
What's wrong with that, Sam?
nothing. But it doesn't hit the same as
Yeah.
when you're an adult and you have the money to buy real cranberry
Yeah.
juice for it.
Yeah.
And then
Real-
it's so much
Real
better.
cranberry juice is pricey.
Yeah.
I gotta say,
Oh, yeah.
19th birthday, went to the bar at midnight, had 2 Sex on the Beach and
Right?
1 shot of vodka, barfed the whole next day. Memories.
I did also have 5 other smashes.
Whoa.
5 other smashes.
To choose
Too many
from.
smashes. Brad, you smashed
I
too
won't
hard.
list them all, but I did buy all the fruit just in case. Because I was like, I don't know, I need to like decide in the moment. But
Listen, follow
I had a
your
lot
heart.
of smashes, so I like smashes. They're fruity.
Smoothies for breakfast.
They're delicious.
Yeah. The meat mallet. Okay, so I had a few. Again, we'll be posting this on the website. There was a rum punch I wanted to make.
Classic
I
tongue.
know.
Classic tongue.
Loves a
You know what? It's so funny because I don't make punch otherwise, except for on this
Literally
podcast. But like the first episode I did punch, I'm like, well, I gotta do a punch for the second episode. And then now I had to make another punch-like thing. Hippie juice was my other punch.
You could have just done 3 punches.
I know, I could have done 3
Oh my
punches. I had a passion fruit porn star martini. I had the dark and stormy, but then I had the same
I do
thing.
like a dark and stormy.
It's good. Bee's knees was the other
Oh,
one.
Bees knees are
I make
good.
bees
What's that?
knees all the
Yeah.
time. It's like
Never heard
honey
of it.
syrup
Ooh,
and
it's good.
Super
vodka
easy.
or gin. I
Yeah,
can't
it's
remember.
Very simple. You'd like it.
It's
Okay.
like so simple to make.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's honey syrup, lemon juice, gin.
Yeah.
That's it. And then like a lemon twist for garnish.
That's like what I drink when I'm sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But with vodka.
Okay.
It's not
gin,
a,
I
it's
mean,
not a
yeah.
toddy.
All right.
The canned ones at the store are like very good for like a
Honey
cottage
bee.
drink.
Bees
Yeah.
knees are
Bees
good.
knees.
Bees knees.
I bought a whole thing of vanilla vodka for a drink I didn't make.
Can't believe you.
It was the root beer Ricky.
Listeners, you should know that we also have a full bottle of vanilla vodka at home.
And listeners, you should also know we have a full bottle from our last podcast here
Yes,
that we have not touched
exactly.
since. So
I didn't open it. I could return
my
it.
Sam
God.
used like a quarter ounce from this bottle in the last cast, and we have not touched
Well, let
it
me tell
since.
you, I would have done something very similar because the root beer Ricky is made like a shot.
Yeah, it's like my ghost one.
We are missing summer shots. On
Yeah,
this
so
list,
this
I
would have
will
been our
say.
shot. We would have had A&W, root beer to go with it, and some Irish cream to go with it. Anyways,
Irish cream in the summer. Pass.
I know.
That's a holiday.
It was
drink.
my backup drink.
Homemade, yeah.
And then I want to call out 2 drinks from my youth in my 20s when we used to go out to like Blues Fest in Ottawa or like any music festival. You want to like get
rum and coke.
fuck no. No, you knew what to do back then. Think of like your party drinks, like something that gets you completely wired.
Cherry strong.
Rum
This-
and coke.
No, I'm talking about, I have 2. One is called Riot Punch. Riot Punch was something we used to drink all the time for festivals. It gets you very fucked up. It's Gatorade, vodka, and Rockstar vodkas. And you just pour it into this big bowl. It'll get you there.
Yeah.
But you forget the night. And the other one was called Caribou Lou. I'm only remembering this now. It was 151 rum, Malibu rum, and pineapple juice. That will get you all the way where you need to go.
Wait, sorry.
Should we do top
151
5?
rum.
And Malibu rum and pineapple juice.
So
That's fucked.
Oh my god.
Yes, dude, I'm telling you, we were fucked up as kids. And we knew how to party because that stuff gets you going for the entire evening.
Holy shit.
It was awesome.
Top 5 party drinks for youths.
Yeah.
I don't know if we should be the ones doing it. Like, imagine I make Caribou Lou right now. Like, oh my god.
Jägerbomb!
Yeah.
Top 5 party drinks in your late 30s.
Vodka can.
All right, everyone.
Espresso martini.
Well,
it.
that's our episode and the end of the trilogy.
Wait, I forgot one.
Okay.
I was gonna, as another backup, was has anyone ever had Dalgona coffee?
No.
So when you mix instant coffee, so equal parts instant coffee, boiling water, and sugar, and you whip it into like this really thick froth, and then you pour milk over it and put Kahlua in it as well. Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. Sorry,
Chef's
I feel
kick.
like I really killed the momentum. But I wanted you all to know about it. Try it sometime.
No, Laura, you didn't. You only
love
killed the
you.
momentum when you did not play the Pina Colada song.
Yeah.
You played a different song. No, it's fine. It's fine.
No,
It
we're
was-
past
we're
it.
singing at the end,
What
right?
was the drink you were gonna make before you made the? Did I miss that?
The Caesar. I was
Caesar.
gonna
Oh,
make
that
a
was the Caesar.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went out and bought Clamato juice, and we
Okay.
just have it.
Yeah, but now we have it for the weekend.
You're right. Hey everyone, that was the end of our trilogy of cocktails, starting with Halloween,
Oh my God.
Christmas, and now summer cocktails. Who knows if it will return? I don't know. It's a lot of money.
Let's make it a tetralogy.
But I like that we're good now for at least a month.
Yeah, we can carry through the whole summer on what
I
we
know.
got.
Yeah. It's
Especially
pretty
that
amazing.
fucking vanilla
I
vodka.
will be making all the drinks because I have all the shit to make those drinks I listed.
Brad's got the
You know
shit.
what's
I will be making them all.
You know what's amazing about this
He's
episode?
got the juice.
This episode, even though it takes forever to do and it's a lot of buy-in, a lot of prep, it's just we
So
end
much
up
fun.
with so much fun cocktails to
It's
drink after.
so
And
good.
listeners, now we're having a sleepover party.
Yeah.
Sleepover.
So before we have our sleepover party, let's do plugs. We all have the same plug, so I'll get Sam, Brad, and Laura to plug it right now.
Da-na-na-na-na-na.
Well, you should also plug it.
It's Pixar Pals, everybody. It's another podcast at the Pod Cavern. Tung's very disappointed in us right now. But it's a podcast where we've been going through chronologically, not ranking, but discussing all of the Pixar movies. Though
And
we do
Disney
rank
movies.
them
Yeah.
eventually. And Disney movies, though we're kind of caught up on those. Well, by the time you're listening to this, we're probably caught up on everything.
Oh, yeah.
So go check it out. Venture back into those depths and join us later.
Those depths.
That vault.
The vault.
Open
the
the vault.
Disney
Yeah, that's-
vault.
yeah.
They
Get in there.
opened the vault just for us. It was
Yeah.
amazing.
They did.
Fantastic.
They did.
I want to make a plug. It's 3 minutes past midnight right now, but June 21st? What's
22nd.
is it now the 22nd?
Yeah.
June 21st was Indigenous Peoples Day in Canada. And if you're listening from another country, I would love for you to look up Indigenous Peoples Day and learn a little bit more about it. And if you're listening from Canada, I would love for you to do what you can to support Indigenous peoples in Canada. Maybe that's by donating to various causes that support Indigenous peoples. Maybe it's by learning about the treaty land that you're probably living on. And maybe it's by voting for people who support the rights and needs and potential of Indigenous peoples. And that's what I got for you.
That is amazing, Laura. Thank
Beautiful
you for
plug.
Thank you for saying
Beautiful
that.
plug.
Laura's such
Good
a wild
plug.
card. She
Yeah.
could say
Good
anything
plug.
right now, from something extremely intelligent and thought provoking, and something that people should pay attention to.
I thought she was going to play the Pina Coladas song.
to putting on the wrong Pina Colada song.
Also, Kim Mitchell, great artist. Kim Mitchell wrote Patio Lanterns, didn't they?
All right. Well,
Damn it.
There's a
I'm
lot.
so sorry.
There's a lot of drinks on this
Yes,
table.
yes.
We got to drink them.
I would also like to pitch the No Time to Spy Loud House movie that just came
we're
out.
gonna watch it right now, aren't we?
We'll see.
Maybe.
But our studio that Sam and I work at, Jamfilled, their Loud House movie just came out today.
Paramount
so
Plus.
you should check it out on Paramount Plus.
Incredible. Well, we will have time to check it out because we have like 80 liters
got
of
a
drinks
lot.
to do. So
And a pitcher.
I feel like I haven't even had 3 drinks.
you
had a lot of
sound like you've had
Oh my
20.
God.
I sound like
Yeah.
I've had a lot more than 3.
All right, let's wrap it up. Thank you for listening to another episode of Ranked. Make some of these cocktails at home. That'd be great. Until next time, we'll see you later. And remember to come forward
No.
and use your meat knowledge.
I don't like that one.
If you like pina
Not coladas.
And getting caught in the rain.
Bye, everyone.
if you're not into